HomePrices.com, 954-735-9826, or 954-394-1411. Trust Tommy to fortify and protect what's most important to you, your family. Expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc., ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
The Big O Radio Show is brought to you by HialeahParkCasino.com. Enjoy simulcast racing, dining, a magnificent poker room, and a casino with the most popular machines on the market. OKCoin.com. Download the app on iOS, Google Play, or Windows. OKCoin.com with over 50 different coins and incredible staking rewards. Pallet Rack City. There's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547.
The Big O Radio Show originates from the OK Coin Studios. Invest a little time and save big. Just set the recurring buy and pay, zero transaction fee after your first purchase. The Big O Radio Show is mastered by executive producer Sean Stanley from the OK Coin Studios. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
All righty. Welcome aboard. Time to rock and roll on the show. Give me a little more volume on my headset there. Yeah, we are coming to you live, baby, from Hialeah Park. Yes. Now we feeling good. Now we feeling good in the neighborhood. Kind of like Tyrod Taylor. You know why I say that, right? Why? Why am I saying that? Drea Michelle? Exactly. That's it. That's eating good in the neighborhood right there. So anyway, if you all are anywhere near Tyrod Taylor, then you're good. We're not. What do I got to do? I got to move. All right, so we got to get centered. Anyway, so we're out here at Hialeah Park. Yeah, baby. Coming out, second floor poker room. Oh, I can see my Nature Bee logo and everything there. I like it. Nature Bee is for me. Wait a minute. You got me now? Sean Stanley, baby. Cameraman, lighting, editing, audio, producing, hosting. I don't know. I don't know what else. He does everything else. I don't know what else. Traveler, wrestler. All kinds of things. The man holds many, many titles. Some of us just strive for one. Sean Stanley holds many. See, that's the thing. All of our sports teams strive to be Sean Stanley. Many titles. It's a beautiful thing, man. So there you go. King Short says, big ups, Brooklyn. Why? What's up with Brooklyn? I have no idea. Something happened with Brooklyn this morning? I don't know. Is something going on? More like thoughts and prayers to Ukrainians is more like what I've got this morning. Oh, I see. Ian from Brooklyn saying, what's up, everyone? I got it. Ian's the man. Appreciate it as always. Appreciate all of you as always, keeping it locked. I see Jamie Zoria from San Jose, California. You ever been to San Jose? No? Yes?
I think I've driven through.
Northern
Yeah,
California?
I think I've driven through. Never really
Okay. Nice area.
been there. The only place I've ever been was really San Diego.
I was in San Jose years ago. This was 97. And it was the opener for the San Jose Clash. There you go. So we were out there. I was working in San Francisco, so we would drive out to go see the MLS games in San Jose, which is a really nice area. They got what is it? Is it Santa Barbara or some? What's in it? Not or San Jose. They've got like that. There's like an amusement park there, if I remember correctly, and all that. So it's a really nice area too, man. Really nice. I enjoyed it actually. It was really, really cool because it was new then. You know, the MLS was really in its infancy stages in those days, and San Jose was one of the new teams, the Clash back then.
Someone put San Jose in 97. It's not San Jose of today.
Oh, really? That's what they said.
Chuck E. Cheeseston.
Okay, so what does that mean? Did San Jose go to crap or something? I don't know. You guys I haven't been to San Jose since those 90s. So I can't tell you. Buy them crypto, yeah, and there's no doubt, dude. There's so many good deals. It's crazy, dude. But I've been loading up, watching Bitcoin go down. You know, get a little 37, then get a little 36, and get a little 35. I'm waiting to see if it hits 34, so I can get a little at 34, hold off, and then wait till, so I keep DCAing, which is what I tell you guys, dollar cost average. And what you're trying to do is you're lowering your overall cost. You know what I mean? So I just want to, little by little, and maybe one day I can own a Bitcoin. I doubt it, but what the hell, I can dream to own a Bitcoin. Yes, sir.
No, I want you to finish your thought.
No, I thought you were saying something about San Jose. What are you going to say?
No. Gilbert Martinez yesterday. Remember, he went in for the lung surgery.
Oh, yes.
He said everything went great with his surgery. So.
Oh, yeah. Everything went great with my surgery. I'm the one who had the lung surgery. That is awesome, Gilbert, man. That's fantastic, dude. Wow, that's quick. Like lung surgery sounds like, right? You're on the shelf for like a couple weeks.
Yeah. You're not up the next day.
Yeah, dude, awesome. That is awesome, Gilbert. That is great, dude. Thank God. That's awesome, bro. Fantastic. None of us want to deal with health issues, man. That's always a downer for everyone. Let's see, what else do we have? Lots of new buildings and developments. Oh, so it's better. Okay, no, but what I mean is it was a really nice area. It was clean. People were really nice. I what I'm saying is I enjoyed San Jose and that whole area. I thought it was really cool. Or is this Santa Cruz or something? Is there Santa Clara? That's what it is? Santa Cruz? Oh, all right. Santa Cruz has the boardwalk. Okay, yeah, that's it. Because I went to those things too. So yeah, I remember that stuff. Okay, all right. San Jose is a lot bigger nowadays. Santa Clara had the amusement park. That's what you're saying. Santa Cruz had the nice boardwalk. Yeah, there you go. I remember I went to the amusement park a couple times. I mean, it's a really nice area. I will tell you this. Northern California is, well, I mean, now I know with all the fires and, the mess and, the leadership is terrible and all that stuff. But back in the 90s, all I can say is, man, Northern California was just a pleasure to hang around and live in and cruise around and check out. It was just so scenic and everything. I really enjoyed Northern California. Like Southern California, it's all the hustle and bustle, the traffic, it's craziness. I love popping into Southern California to go have some fun for a couple of days, a week, and then get the hell out. But Northern California felt like the place that you really want to live. You know what I mean? Nothing against the folks in Southern California, but that traffic is crazy. Just like nothing against the folks in the Northeast. Too damn cold, bro. Too damn cold. Except for Sean. Sean loves it. Sean was hanging around in a T-shirt the entire time in New York, okay? The entire time. 30s, 40s, wind blowing, Didn't matter. That man was hanging out in a T-shirt. And I was freezing my ass off in a jacket. Thick-ass jacket, too, boy.
Yeah, he did. He had a thick ass.
God damn right I had a thick-ass jacket.
That thing was like, I thought you would be, after seeing you with that jacket, I was like, gloves got to be next.
No. I didn't need that much, but it was bad, man.
I was 21 at one point.
Yeah, I know. Refreshing for
Yes,
you.
it was great.
This guy's like hanging around in a T-shirt at 21, like, hey, where's the pool?
The problem in the hotel is they blast the heat, and it's just so like
Comfortable?
no.
I don't know.
I told you my mess up the first night in the first hotel. I just put the air up, thinking it was blowing heat all night long. I woke up with a sauna.
That is crazy. Oh, I love it. San Jose is not Northern California, Big O. It's Southern Oregon. Okay. All right. So it's like the Panhandle is not really Florida. Okay. I got you. They say the same thing about the Panhandle. It's really not Florida. Dougie Fresh is about to say something about that. Dougie says, so the weight loss challenging going on happening between you two. I've got a Alf VHS tape and a Mr. Microphone as my prize contributions. Dude, I really want the Mr. Microphone. Okay, that's fine. See, there's not much of a race. He wants the Alf. I want the Mr. Microphone. So we'll call it even right now. I have lost a couple pounds, by the way. Have you lost anything yet?
Can I tell you what I did?
What?
So, at the Knickerbocker, they had a digital scale there underneath the sink.
Oh, yeah.
So, me being the dumb one.
Right.
It's like, yeah, let me check it out. Slide it out. I jump on it. You know what it said?
You jumped on it.
Oh, I stepped on it.
Okay. All right.
Stepped on it.
Okay. Thank God. Okay. What did it say?
Get off. No, it was 336.
Okay.
I was like, whoa.
Damn.
It's the heaviest I've ever been.
336.
336. Yeah.
Where you at now?
335 and a half.
Okay.
Hey, I've started. It's dropped.
I love it. There you go. You got to start somewhere, right?
Oh.
You love upstate New York. Oh, yes. Upstate New York is nice. I've been to upstate New York. The city is crazy, bro. Again, I love going to New York City for a couple days, a week, go hang out, hit a bunch of concerts, restaurants, all that kind of stuff. But living there, oh my God, tough, man. I guess you adjust to where you live, and you may hate it or whatever. Big O, that part had not changed in Northern California. Very nice, a lot of diversity, so the food is fantastic. I mean, I really enjoyed Northern California. The short time that I was there and got to enjoy it from San Fran up. Obviously, you can go a little south and go to Carmel and all that, which is amazing. And those are the dream places that you would like to live. Carmel, that's like just sick when you drive through that place. If Sean is too hot in a hotel in New York, what does he do? No. He wasn't. The problem is he turned up the AC thinking it was the AC while we're in New York in the winter, and it was the heater, and he didn't realize it till middle of the night that he's in a ball of sweat, that he had turned on the heater and not the AC. That's what it was. This man does not fear the cold at all. At all. I mean, I should have filmed it. Because it's a sight to see.
The doormen were looking at me like I was crazy.
Right. No, of course. Everybody's looking at you. No, the best part was, so he's standing outside, right? And he's taking pictures of, Times Square, because we're right on Times Square. So he's taking B-roll and all that kind of stuff you'll start seeing on the show eventually, and things that we'll do. And so he's just taking B-roll. He's out there in a T-shirt and all that. And I'm inside in the lobby talking with the security and doorman and all that. We're just, BSing, waiting for our car to get here to take us to the airport. And the guy goes, so what are you guys doing? I said, no, he's just taking some film out there. He goes, isn't he cold? And I go, let me tell you something. Not only that, he's not cold. He's from Miami. And they looked at me like, what? Like they figured, this is some dude from like Canada, This is a guy from Saskatoon or something, Saskatchewan or something, he's way out there in Calgary or something. And he's so used to like real cold weather. He's from Antarctica and stuff, Oh, okay. So this guy's like a human penguin. No. He's from Miami, dude. That's the amazing part. And they were like freaking out that a dude from Miami is standing outside in the cold in the 20-something degree in a T-shirt. Like it's nothing. It's amazing. It was you're impressive, dude. You are impressive. So Jamie says, how do you manage living in South Florida when it's so warm? That's true. How do you do it?
No, that's my problem.
You warm-blooded mammal, you.
Just and the thing is too, the house, everybody gets cold, so they want the AC at like 75.
Right, and you want it at 65.
I want it at like 60.
60. You want to hang
walk
me
in and it's just ice everywhere.
Right.
I could just sit on ice. I want to be like Superman, the movie.
Right.
That's what I want.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? But I can't have that. Not in South Florida.
No, you can't.
Unless I get new people.
Yeah, no. I mean, in maybe, 1,000 years from now, after we've had all kinds of climactic disasters, and then this becomes the polar part of the earth, then maybe you'll have a shot.
I wonder if that's why I say somewhat thin. Think about this. Yes. If I was up, in 21-degree weather all the time, and I ate and drank soda, which is my vice. That's the thing I got to kick. If I did all that and I lived up north in the cold, where I would probably never really break a sweat, I'd probably be about 700 pounds right now.
Oh God. Well, we can't get you. We got to get you the other way now.
Oh no, I'm going the other way.
We got to go the other way now because we got a lot of traveling to do now.
Crawl.
Yeah. No, we got a lot of traveling to do. I was already talking with the boys, trying to set everything up in Vegas so we could get ready for the NFL draft. Because we're going to be out in Vegas for the NFL draft. We're going to be out in Vegas for the NBA Summer League for sure. By next year, we'll do the East-West Shrine. If the Pro Bowl's there, we might stay right there for the Pro Bowl and cover both of the events instead. Not that I really care that much about the game, but you could get the interviews and everything else. That would be actually kind of fun. So trying to set all of that up, but we definitely are working on. We're going to we're not going to tell you yet where it's at, but hopefully very soon we'll settle on a place where we're going to be broadcasting from Vegas, and we'll have all kinds of guests. We'll set this thing up big time. It'll be a home for Dolphin fans all over the world that are going to go to Vegas. They can come there, and that's going to be a place where we're all going to actually, hang out. It'll be our place for the draft for those 3 days. We want Big O in Saratoga this summer. All right, Dustin, let's go. We would love to go to Saratoga this summer. We got to get the right sponsor in Saratoga that wants to fly us out there and put us up and we'd broadcast from their business and promote it and have some fun. So Dustin, you have to be like our conduit, our bridge over there to Saratoga. You got to find the sponsor that wants to bring the show over, and then we'll go over and we'll have a good time. All right. So, you just got to work it, man. Work it. We always give out the business number where people can, reach out to us if they want to cross over and support with us. Look, today I'm meeting with Lenny the Locksmith. Lenny the Locksmith is a fan of the show, watches all the time, huge supporter, bless him. He's always dropping super chats and all that stuff. Lenny the Locksmith has 10 locations here in South Florida. Dude, that's ass kicking. 10 locations in South Florida. That's awesome. So I'll be meeting him today at 3:00. We're going to be having some fun. If you're anywhere near Dandy Donuts in Pompano, right off of Atlantic Boulevard, right off of US 1, that's where I'm going to meet Lenny at 3:00. So if you want to come by and meet me, would love to meet you. I always love meeting the people that support us, man. We're blessed to have every one of you out there. And by the way, smash that like button. What were you going to say?
No.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Danny Donuts is fantastic, but it can't be good for the diet.
No, it's not good for the diet. No, it's definitely not. Definitely not. No, but we needed like a halfway point. He was in West Palm. I'm here in Hialeah, so I figured, hey, man. And I don't mind that place. Obviously, I got nothing against Andy. They're good people. Nizzle, thank you, sir, for the love in the super chat. He goes, thanks for being a distraction from Ukraine and financial markets tanking, Big O. Appreciate you and Sean. I appreciate you. Thank you. Although when it comes to, just to give you a little OK coin crypto corner here real quick, okay? This is to me, this is where I find it amusing, I get it if you bought Bitcoin at 8,000 and you're seeing it go down and you're maybe kind of worried. Or I get it if you bought it at 50,000 and now it's at 35 and you're worried. But just want to remind you, don't panic. It really has not. What's happening right now does not affect the long run. Okay, there is less Bitcoin available in the exchanges than ever. More people are hodling Bitcoin than ever. Over 60% of Bitcoin has not moved in over a year. And only about 18% of Bitcoin is what is going back and forth. So it's not a lot. So eventually, everything is going to come to a head, and that thing is going to explode. The damn it, what's it called? The miners, their hash rate, it is through the roof. Miners are stashing their Bitcoin. They're not selling. It's a point now, and what's going on is people in retail, which is you and me and others like us, they're panicking, they're selling, and the big fish are scooping up the cheaper Bitcoin because these prices are not going to be found. So when you're watching Cardano right now really cheap, or Polkadot really cheap, or Avalanche, unless it's Cosmos, which somehow Cosmos is fighting everybody else and soaring, which is amazing in all of this. But my point is, there are so many great projects that these are only speed bumps, and what they really are opportunities of a lifetime. Okay? That's what they are. Whether you want to get Harmony right now at 11 cents, and that thing was at 30 cents, and Harmony is building all kinds of great bridges for all of these different blockchains because interoperability is going to be an issue. Harmony knows that, and they're on top of that. Just kind of like CKB is for Cardano, which it's another one, Star Atlas. I mean, there are so many amazing deals going on. So some could look at it like, oh my God, the market is hurting and all of that. I don't look at it that way. I look at it like this is a blessing. And if you're able to invest and be patient and stay and stay strong throughout all of this, and if you can pay your bills and do everything else and do a little investing on the side, not a financial advisor, but this is the way I do things. Obviously, I'm not investing the money I need to put food on the table or pay the rent or mortgage in my case or pay the car bill or anything like that. That money is always there. But if I have a little extra income, I'm investing in this, I'm investing in that. I'm putting in a little bit more because while everybody's panicking, this is when the opportunities are. And those who take advantage of these opportunities and stay strong now, they are going to be laughing a couple of months from now, a year from now, and 3 years from now. Oh my God. You're going to be laughing and going, wow, I did the right thing. I didn't believe the FUD. I didn't fold. I bought instead while everybody was lots were panicking and selling. I took advantage and bought at the lowest times, and now I'm benefiting from it in a huge way. So, just a suggestion. It's interesting how people view what's going on in certain things. And for me, when I'm looking at the crypto market right now, I'm not looking at this as a disaster. I'm looking at this as the opportunity of a lifetime. So that's my OK Coin crypto corner. Samuel Loomis says, I concur, Big O in Saratoga. I'll find the sponsors. Let's go. Let's go. You guys, we give our business line all the time out. So if you guys want to get in contact with us, if you have a sponsor that wants to get in contact with us, you can do it. And it's only for sponsors. The phone doesn't get returned for anything else. So don't even bother, okay, to be honest with you. All right. So 786-754-4664. That's 786-754-4664. If your company wants to be a sponsor of our program anywhere in the world, we don't care. Anywhere in the world. We can fly anywhere except North Korea, Cuba, Russia. Where else? Venezuela, I guess. What are you looking at? Ukraine stuff? Yeah, it's sad. It's just sad. It's sad. Hunter Butler says, when you're going to be at Caneswear again? I believe next Friday will be at Caneswear. I believe that, Hunter. Next Friday. I think I'm trying to set that up. And, speaking of Caneswear, by the way, Tyler Van Dyke has got his signing. You got that billboard for me there, Sean? So Tyler Van Dyke is ready to go. He is going to be signing with Caneswear. Look at your Twitter. And on Caneswear, he's going to be appearing at Caneswear, and it'll be, just to give you guys the heads up, March 5th at 1 o'clock, 1 to 3 p.m. Tyler Van Dyke will be out there. Is that a Saturday? March 5th? Is that next Saturday? Yeah. You know what? You know what I should do? I should talk to Brett. Maybe we should go Saturday instead of Friday. Right? What the hell? Go for the signing. Go right then. Go leading up to the signing. You know? Do maybe 11 to 1 out there and lead up to the signing. I think that would be actually cool. And we can actually film the folks doing the signing and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to talk to him. But anyway, Tyler Van Dyke is going to be out there signing autographs March 5th, 1 to 3 p.m. at Caneswear. And you can go out there. Tickets are available for purchase in-store and online. He will sign helmets, footballs that are available there for purchase. And you can check it out. You want to call Caneswear, 954-835-5597. That's 954-835-5597. Go to caneswear.com if you want to find out more. 2511 South University Drive in Davie. But this is your chance to meet Tyler Van Dyke and get his autograph, man, at Caneswear. How about that? That'll be really, really cool to meet Tyler Van Dyke, as you see there at Caneswear, man. Awesome stuff. Love it. All right, let's see. What else do we have? Vernon says, Big O, y'all come back over here to the Bahamas. Y'all used to do streams over here with Neil Rogers back in the day. Vernon, keyword, sponsor. You know, in the Bahamas, 2003, listen to this. So they're in Yankee Stadium winning the World Series. I'm in the Bahamas doing the post-game World Series wrap-up in Atlantis. So Atlantis was a sponsor, obviously, for that week. And my daughter was like, 4 years old or something back then. She was really young, and we went over to Atlantis and Fix-It Yelton, which rest in peace, Jim. Jim was one of the great engineers that I've ever worked with. I've worked with some pretty damn good engineers, outside of Sean here, but guys like Jim Tree Crawford and Triple S and Fix It Yelton. Jim was just gold as a human being, and he, dude, our power for the show was down. My man disconnected a lamp that was next to us in the casino from the wall and ended up getting the wires from it to give us the juice. Okay? I mean, Fix It could do anything. It was amazing. And I remember that we got on the air and we got everything done cuz Fix It figured out a way, and the hotel people were freaking out, and he's like, "Hey, I'll fix that after. Don't worry about it, but you guys didn't have this right for us. We got to get the broadcast on and this and that." And he could make magic out of anything. He could make a broadcast out of anything. I mean, I remember back in we're back in the early 2000s, and we had the dial-up lines and all that. And dude, he would wire a line from the back of an office and bring the phone line all the way to the front to the broadcast, so I can then connect it to my laptop and have dial-up, so I can then have some kind of internet. And, obviously dial-up was kind of slow in those days. And it's just things like that. Now that you mentioned the Bahamas, and we had a great time out there. Always enjoy myself, but love to go to the Bahamas. The key always is sponsors. We get the right sponsor, we'll go out to the Bahamas. And hell, I'll fly out to the Bahamas every weekend if they want me to do that. I don't care, I think my wife will enjoy going out to the Bahamas. Would you enjoy going to the Bahamas? But they have no ice in the Bahamas. There's no cold in the Bahamas. Are you all right there? Well, maybe we can put you in the pool with the fish that are like swimming around there. That water's kind of cold. Okay, all right. Ice bucket. That's not bad. I like it. Barney says, all your crypto will be gone on Frozen. They're all doing it in Canada. Barney, do you have any information? They never got to the crypto in Canada. They tried. They found out it's called decentralization. Barney, my brother, you got to have facts. That's the problem. You listen to FUD and then you sound foolish, dude. They never got one crypto, ever. They couldn't get to the crypto. You can't get to the crypto. It's impossible. Can't hack it. Can't get into it. I'm sure you don't know that, but no, you can't, unfortunately. Leo V, good morning, Big O. Thank you for the donation, sir, and love on the super chat here. If only a small fraction of Bitcoin is being traded, why Bitcoin is almost down 30% this year? Yeah, that's the amazing part right now, is that it's low, and you have, what is it, about 3 million coins left to mine, because there are around 18 million, and there's 21. And there's only 18% that's floating around. Then 60% hasn't moved in over a year. And that's the reason why. And the hash rate is through the roof right now. So listen, it also may be, remember, this is what it may be. It also may be that Bitcoin is hovering right around the value that it's supposed to be at. And that maybe it is supposed to be in the 30, 42 range right now. That's the value of it. It was maybe overpriced at 65. So now, eventually, it starts to go up because there's less coins, more countries. Did you see what Senator Mexico said? Because their economy is crap. They want to make Bitcoin their legal tender. What do you think is going to happen to all these countries that have crappy governments and no money, and their money's not worth anything? Eventually, they're all going to use Bitcoin. That's what I'm telling you. So eventually, all of this is going to explode. And when all of the corporations then say, we have to have some of our money in Bitcoin, which is already happening. Oh, we're putting 1, 3, 5, 10, 15% of our investments are going to be in Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever. Cardano, Avalanche, Polygon, Solana, you name it. So that eventually is going to end up happening. That's the thing. What nobody can ever explain to you about stocks or crypto or anything like that is they're never going to be able to tell you when something's going to hit a bottom and when something's going to hit a top or when something's really going to blow. We just don't know. But if you see the uh, what's it called the stats, the stats tell you that everything is headed in the right direction, in an explosive direction. When the hash rate is going through the roof, when 60% of it hasn't moved, when adoption is increasing all over the world, what do you think is going to happen? That's all. But it's fine because there's a lot of people like let's say Barney who knows nothing about crypto, so then they are completely negative. And so they use their ignorance to kind of fight it because since they don't know anything about it, they might as well trash it. And like he said, well, no, they're taking crypto away in Canada. Well, actually, they never took away anything in Canada because they couldn't. They tried, but they quickly found out it's called decentralized. That's the reason why you need crypto, because of all the shady governments that there is out there. Because the dollar is worth nothing. So you think about that. The dollar decreases in value, yet Bitcoin started 12 years ago and it's at 35,000. Moving faster than any other investment in history. Again, moving faster at a higher rate than any investment in history. Matter of time. That's all it is. Matter of time. Big O, I think I can stomach another old lineman in the first round, wide receiver, linebacker, or bust, not necessarily in that order. Fine, proven vets on the line in free agents who are mobile, proven to fit zone. Jay, you'll find out what they're going to do in the draft when you see what they do in free agency. So if they're able to, like, let's say, acquire a Laramie Tunsil, if they're able to sign a Ryan Jensen, if they're able to go get a Lincoln Tomlinson, if they're going to sign a what's the kid from Tampa that I like that he's all right, the left guard now, and I'm forgetting his name, but Kappa, Kappa, Alex Kappa. So if you could get an Alex Kappa, then they may not go in the draft, right? But if you can't get a Ryan Jensen, then do you get the center from Boston College? Because Matt Applebaum came here now. So does Matt say this kid's ready to be a center in the NFL? Let's go get Tomlinson and let's say Tunsil. You put Tunsil at left tackle, you move Eichenberg over to right tackle, and you sign, let's say, Alex Kappa at left guard. So you Tunsil and Kappa, and you draft Jensen. I mean, you draft the guy from Boston College. I don't know how it's going to work, but to say, oh, I want that position, this position, or that position in the first round, it's too vague. You have no idea what they're going to do in free agency, who's going to be available. You don't know exactly in the draft right now how everything's going to break down. You don't have all the information on all these players. So it's kind of early right now to make a determination on what specific position you would want at the back end of that first round. That's kind of my point. What's the code again for the free Bitcoin? But dude, the link is below, right here on our Twitter, on our YouTube page. $20 we share Bitcoin. Used to be 100, now it's only 20. Okay, but still, free Bitcoin is free Bitcoin, so take it. Let's see. What do we have here on the chat board? Let me see. Again, I do not understand what you are confused about. Russia is a country of 146 million people, and you stated that they have nuclear shelters for the entire. Huh? You're talking about. Oh, you guys are talking amongst each other. Okay. Kazi says, I stopped by just to check, and yep, figures. Biggest reason I don't listen to the dude anymore right here. There we go. Okay. That's I'm glad you don't. Here, let's make sure you don't have to listen anymore. It's all good. I mean, I always love those people like I'm holding a gun to your head. I really can't handle another O lineman in the first 3 rounds. Let's go get some linebackers, running backs, and wide receivers. Yep. Let me explain something to a lot of you out there. The thing that you can't handle about O linemen in the first round or any round, it's because you saw all of these guys that they're struggling, right? But your problem is, and I hear this a lot, dude, whether it's writers, whether it's people on radio, whether it's fans, you guys are all looking at the wrong thing. You got to stop blaming the players that are on the team right now. Okay? You got to blame Brian Flores for not being able to find a real coach to actually coach up the offensive line, to coach up the offense, to coach up the quarterback. And that's the problem. The fool made 7 changes on the O-line and offensive coordinators in 3 years. 7. And he ended up, his last experiment was 3 guys being the offensive coordinators. 3 guys deciding on what play they're going to run every 40 seconds before they tell Tua. So you tell me how you advance or get better in any way, shape, or form when the head coach cannot come up with a coaching staff. So a lot of you need to stop with the ignorance and complaining about, oh, I can't take it, another lineman and this and that. What you can't take is bad coaching anymore. And hopefully now Mike McDaniel, who is a run guy and has brought several coaches to fix the running game. And one of the things I like that I heard from the coaches yesterday is talking about how the run game is the quarterback's best friend. Amen. Finally, I'm hearing some intelligence coming out of the offensive room, which I did not see the last 3 years when it came to Brian Flores and his offense. And you know what? I kind of get it with Brian because he's defense. Gase comes in, he's supposedly a brain, and his offense sucks. That's more frustrating. So I get Brian Flores struggling, can't find an offense, can't figure it out. He's a defensive-minded coach, a hell of a defensive-minded coach. Offense, he didn't know. Frustrating is Gase. You're telling me he's a genius, and his offense is a joke. That's really frustrating. But again, what was the problem? Coaching. Philbin, coaching. Wanstead, coaching. Cam Cameron, coaching. Stop picking on the players, dude. The players have no. You saw that kid that shot up a bunch of people in school, and he's like 15. Did you see the parents? That's why the kid's like that. That's the difference. The father's the one that ended up buying the damn gun for the kid. That's why you have these kind of problems. So these players that you're frustrated about, they're not as bad as they looked. Some of them are probably going to end up becoming really good players. Why? Because they're finally going to get coaching. They're going to get some leadership. This happens everywhere in every walk of life. Families that don't have leadership struggle. Communities that don't have leadership struggle. Corporations that don't have leadership struggle. It's all the same. And that's really the problem. This, oh, I can't take it if you take another lineman. The lineman is not the problem. The coaching is the problem. That's why from the beginning of last year, when so many were on the wrong part of it, oh, it's personnel, it's personnel, it's personnel. Kept telling you it's coaching, it's coaching, it's coaching. So if they need a center and there's one there and you actually have a coach that can coach him, take him. The ignorant part about anything that you're saying out there is You need the line. So the fact that you can't take it, well, when the Dolphins were at their best, Langer, Kuchenberg, Little, you know what I'm saying? And when a lot of these teams are in the championship and they're winning it, go look at the 5 hogs up front. That's usually the reason why you're also winning it, because you probably have 3 or 4 of those guys are pretty damn good. And that line has had luck that year. They stayed healthy. They were, they were good, and that opens it up for everything. So for those of you that are sitting there, I can't take another lineman. You know what, man? Fix the line. Because if you ever want to be great again, you got to get a line. Even Marino, he had half a line. Never had a running game, never had a right side of the line, never had a defense, didn't win anything. You got to playoffs a couple times, won a couple playoff games, but you didn't win anything. You didn't give him a complete line. You didn't give him a running game. Didn't give him a defense. It's the same misconception that's out there with the whole Tua thing. Oh, no, we need the 6'5" guy that can throw the ball 100 yards. Well, that's great, but did you build the team? Because Herbert can throw it out of the stadium, and he looks great. Won the same amount of games as Tua, and he lost to Tua. So you tell me. It's about the team. It's about the coaching. That's been the problem since Shula. The coaching hasn't been good enough. That's why I told you a couple days ago, please don't ever tell me about Brian Flores winning 10 games. They've once that won 11 twice. Adam Gase won 10. Tony Sperano won 11. It doesn't make them anything special. None of them won anything. And even Brian didn't even make it to the playoffs with 17 games, by the way. Nobody outside of Shula is worth a damn. Nobody's accomplished a damn thing since the old man was forced out. So the next time a Miami Dolphins coach gets to the AFC Championship game or the Super Bowl or accomplishes something, it's the first time they've accomplished something since Don Shula. Everyone else has been an utter failure. So stop focusing on, I can't take this player or that. I can't take bad coaching anymore. That's the real problem of the Miami Dolphins. That's been the problem for the Miami Dolphins for a long, long, long time. You think it's smart by Jimmy Johnson to start coaching up coaching up Marino and take away the audibles and all his weapons? That was incredibly stupid. I'm Jimmy Johnson. I'm Mr. Smart Guy. I'm going to trade Irving Fryer, a Pro Bowl wide receiver, from Dan. That makes a lot of sense. Stupidity started from day one when they pushed out Shula. And stupidity has continued all the way through to Brian Flores, who couldn't win a challenge if his life depended on it. So stop with this crap about, I can't take another lineman. I can't take this. I can't take that. If you got coaching, everything is solved. So let's see if we got a staff that can coach. Because that's really what's going to save the Dolphins. All right, the Welton Rayom text line, 855-912-1056. That's 855-912-1056 if you want to get in on the program. Robert says, I was working at the Miami Beach boat show last weekend, and Van Dyke was there at the cigarette boat booth. Apparently, the president of Cigarette is a UM guy. There you go. Jamie says, Big O, have you heard what's the latest regulations for the combine? Last I heard was they were backing down on the restrictions. Well, you're talking about the bubble stuff. Yes. They're not going to have to be in a bubble, I think. And, restrictions, we got to start easing up a little bit, right? Damn, thing's kind of loose. We got to start easing up now, right? I mean, it's not as bad right now as it has been in the past. Did I get you with some of it too? So I was shaking this thing and it went all over the damn place. Can you give me a napkin? Got to get a little honey and lemon in. Big O looks like he has a party hat on from American Dream lending sponsor above his head. Oh, I got you because of the A. All right. Interesting. Speaking of hats, boy, development in my hair too. I got to tell you. You guys noticed that I was balding here. I was developing the natural yarmulke. Can I show them the pictures? How do I do that? What do I do? Do I tweet them to you? I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing to grow my hair back. I'm not lying, by the way. Well, you guys know I don't do that crap anyways. I don't BS you good or bad. I live and die with it. One way or the other. All right, just sent you the before. Let me send you the current right now. They're not going to believe it, by the way. So I'm 55, as you all know. Some of you know. I still have great color in my hair, which is great, but I started balding a little bit here. Well, a lot, actually. And so I started to use something about, I think it was April of last year. I started. Yeah, you can put them up. Put up the before. So here's the before. You can see it on the YouTube. So here's the before. I started in April of last year with this treatment. See, that's my head right there, and that's where I was developing the natural yarmulke. As it happens to a lot of men, you get that circle, right? So now show them the after. So now I took a picture of, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or something like that. After using this product since April. And it's not a potion or anything. Do you have it? It's up now? Okay, there you go. So using it since April, I use it every other day. And looky, what we got here. It's crazy, huh? All I now I have that smaller patch that I got to fill in. So I obviously I haven't stopped using it. I will keep using it every other day. I use it for 24 minutes, and it actually has worked. How crazy is that, dude? Is that crazy or what? It's pretty impressive. And for a guy like me, that I like my hair. I've always been a guy that likes long hair, and always like to have my hair. Try to hang on to my hair as much as possible. It's actually growing back. Is that crazy or what? Most people would never believe it. The skin yarmulke. Is that your nickname for it? I called it natural yarmulke because I feel like, we're growing the natural yarmulke. So I call it that. I know it's pretty awesome. I know some people are saying not, but Ian says not bad. D Hat says, wow, that's impressive. It is. It's super impressive. I want to see if in a couple months that little left patch has hair. If that little left patch has hair, then it's completed the whole thing, man. It's crazy, and it's actually worked really well. First couple months didn't see that much, but eventually it's like my wife goes, it's working, because she would walk behind me and she goes, it's working. You have more hair there. I can see. And then we took the picture and I was like, holy crap. So Adam says, what product produced it? Well, can I be honest? Like, I like to be honest with you guys. We contacted them. I bought this on my own. Okay? Because I would never represent anything that I don't believe in. And I have to use it to know it. You know what I mean? So we contacted them, and I got to see first if they answer. Okay? Because, you know, I think they should be a sponsor. So I have to hold off for a little bit, if you understand. Why give them any business first when I don't have to? Because I know a lot of men have this problem like I do. Hell, maybe women may have this problem. You know what I mean? So before I tell you, because I know several of you will go and buy it because you see it. I'm not lying. I'm not being paid for this. Not yet. So that's the thing. Like some idiot goes to me. So you're going to keep pushing crypto because you've got a sponsor? And I'm like, you moron. I was in crypto way before I got a sponsor. I believe in crypto before I had a sponsor. It has nothing to do with OKCoin. I do love. By the way, I was talking about OKCoin and investing in OKCoin before OKCoin became a sponsor. Why? Because that's who I am. There's no way I represent anything if I don't believe in it. I've been taking Nature B for 20 years. 20 freaking years. Why? Because I believe in it, dude. If I tell you something and then I lie to you, are you going to believe me the next time? And then the next time and the next time? No. That's what I always tell sponsors. I go, I got to try it. I got to believe in it. Because if I don't believe in it, then I tell somebody and then they say, well, no, he lied to me about this and that and that and that. I'm not doing that. Not doing that. So, yeah. Why not tell copyright? No. Why not tell money? Dinero. That's why. And I'm not lying to you guys. I ain't telling you because I don't need to give them the pub until I find out. Because I know a bunch of people will buy it. Because it's worth it. It's worth it. If I tell you you can get it for under $1,300, would you buy it? You probably would, right? It's less, but would you? Yeah. But I'm not gonna do it until we hear back from the company. We sent them the pictures, our stats, all that kind of stuff. So I want them as a sponsor because I believe in them as a sponsor. That's why. And put it. And I'm going to. One of the things that I want to do is do it on air. You guys will watch it. How about that? Nobody will do stuff like that. And they won't get anybody to do stuff like that. But that's why we're not traditional media. We're a little different. McStang says, Big O, I saw an interview with McDaniel where he said he would love 6'9", 400-pound tackles, but that's rare. Check out Daniel Falele in this year's draft. He checks that box. Yeah, but those guys can they even stay that size? You see what I'm saying? Like, they may end up getting even bigger and bigger and becomes an even bigger problem. Look at Zion, bro. Zion is a guy that has no discipline. He's a little mama's boy. He's a little punk. That's all. He's a punk in a big-ass man's body. That's all he is. He can't handle criticism. He's super soft. He's weak-minded. I mean, I wouldn't want anything to do with Zion Williamson. Anybody that would make a move for that guy, you are a first-class loser. This world, man. Softies. Karen says, Big O, we're going back to the office soon after working remotely for almost 2 years. I'm going to miss listening to you live, man. But at least you have on demand, which is what the world loves now. Our on-demand numbers blow out our live numbers. By the way, please smash the hell out of the like button. It is very important that you do that. Law enforcement authorities in Orlando are saying Bob Saget likely fell in the bathroom of the hotel, struck his head on the floor, causing the injury that ended his life. Yeah. Sad. Yeah. So how are you feeling about the coaching staff for this season? I like the offensive coaching staff. I like. Now, let's get into a little something that oh, you know what? Let's do this first. Let's get ready for our number 2.
Ready to purchase a new home loan or refinance the one you have, American Dream Lending will make sure your loan experience is easy with fast approvals and quick closings. With many loan programs and competitive rates, now is the time to turn your dreams into reality. Ask about special financing for veterans. They never charge an application fee and you will work directly with one of their experienced loan professionals. Stop dreaming and contact American Dream Lending today, 786-802-1727 or online at adreamlending.com. When protecting your family is your priority, there's nothing more important than a roof above the people you love. Call Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com, 954-735-9826 or 954-394-1411 and ask to speak to Tommy, the owner. They specialize in all kinds of roofs, led by their highly crafted, skilled, and professional roof mechanics. All of their previous customers have an opportunity to enter their bi-weekly drawings to receive free an exterior impact metal door. Please call for more details. That's Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com, 954-735-9826 or 954-394-1411. Trust Tommy to fortify and protect what's most important to you, your family. The Big O Radio Show is looking for an experienced salesperson in the radio or TV business. The candidate must have at least 5 years of sales experience in the broadcast business over the last 10 years. Please email your phone number and resume to bigoradioshow@yahoo.com. That's bigoradioshow@yahoo.com. Looking for an aggressive person who can help our platform expand into many avenues in our business. Reach out if you are the person that's able to make a difference. The viewpoints, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc., ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
The Big O Radio Show is brought to you by Sports Grill. Good food, good drinks, good friends. Craig Zinn Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealership in the Southeast United States. The Fort Lauderdale Police Department. The FLPD is hiring. Go to FLPDjobs.com.
The Big O Radio Show originates from the OK Coin Studios. Invest a little time and save big. Just set the recurring buy and pay, 0 transaction fee after your first purchase. The Big O Radio Show is mastered by executive producer Sean Stanley from the OK Coin Studios. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
We got it. Hour number 2 coming to you live from Hialeah Park Casino, where we do it every Thursday. Second floor poker room. Come on by. Appreciate a couple of you that have come by to say hi. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As always, Jim McEwen, let me straighten you out, my man, because you've got it all twisted and turned and all over the place. First, he says McDaniel's a great evaluator for what fits his system. Jim, when did he ever make one selection in the draft? He coaches players. He helps develop systems. He helps players get better. He does not pick any talents. Has not picked any talent. That's not what he's here for. That's part one. So he's a great evaluator of what fits his system. Do you think Greer will go against that because of what happened with Flores? Jim, I would just rather say, you just asked me, hey, I don't trust Greer whatsoever. Do you think McDaniel can take over the personnel department? Just say it like that, dude. That's all. That's it. I mean, last time I checked, it was Greer that drafted Minka, and it was Flores that effed it up, and then it was Greer that went and got Javon Holland to make up for that. So who's the great evaluator? Where Greer and company screwed up was hiring Flores because he could not find a staff. So now we will find out if he can find the right staff, and we'll see if Mike McDaniel is the right guy now. Because now Chris Greer has put even more heat on himself. I don't have a problem with them on the personnel side, as I've been saying from the get-go. And while everybody cries about the offensive linemen, I do not believe all 5 of those linemen are a disaster. I believe a few of those linemen will end up being good players, and we will all then take a breath and say, some of you overreacted. So this is not something that Greer's not the guy that fights you. Greer wants to help you. You have the wrong person that was fighting. Greer and staff just want to help, my man. Has nothing to do with it. You know what it is? It's the same people that dislike Tua, that don't believe in the kid. Hey, can we bring in some competition? Just say you don't like Tua, dude. Let's replace him. Because they're not bringing in competition. This is not an open seat. Oh, let's go trade for Garoppolo, Rodgers, Russell. What? No, they're not doing that either. Just come out and say what you want to say. That's all. Don't go in a roundabout way about it. Just say you don't like Greer. Just say you don't like Tua. Just say it. You don't believe in him. That's it. Oh, I don't think we'll go anywhere anyways because it doesn't matter. They got Tua. Oh, we're not going anywhere anyways because they've got Greer. Just say it that way, dude. That's all. Pretty simple. You don't have to pussyfoot around this whole thing and dance around it. Big O, those picks, Iggy, I suspect it's a Flores pick. T-Bone, I'm not here to give up on Iggy yet either. I think it's the most ridiculous thing in the world to make a determination on Noah Igbenogany when he's played 3 games and he played against some of the best receivers in the NFL that were amazing route runners. Stephon Diggs is one of the best route runners in the NFL. So the kid has barely played and we're going to judge him? You can't judge Trey Lance. You can't judge Jordan Love. You can't judge any of these young guys that haven't played in the last couple of years much because of people in front. Hunter Long, I can't judge the guy. It's not his fault that he didn't play. They chose not to play him. They chose not to develop him. They chose to play the other guys. Can't do anything about that. I'm not going to hold it against Hunter, and I'm not going to hold it against Noah. Can I see Noah play 16, 20, 25 games so I can then find out if there's a progression, if they're learning? I mean, in 2019, the Dolphins were getting killed at the beginning of the year. Killed. How was it towards the end? They got a lot better, right? They started to win games. They won more than they lost in the final 9 games. So we're all of a sudden not going to give somebody an opportunity to really prove themselves. According to all of you, Pat Surtain would have never played because he played the whole year throughout and was lost. Go ask him. You know what? I'm going to get Pat Surtain on because I know him really well. I'm going to get him on, and I'm going to get him on just to talk about his first season because I covered it. I watched it day after day. We're gonna bring him on. I'm gonna want him to tell you the story about how confused he was, how behind he was, how he had to adjust his first year sitting on the bench watching everybody else play while he was a high draft pick. I'm gonna put that because in today's world, you guys would have killed Pat Surtain. Killed him. Roasted. Because he played more and struggled all year. Leave T-Buck in there. My only hope for Noah is that Flo was also the one who got rid of Minka. No, I don't think Iggy is Minka, but there could be talent that this new coaching can foster. He needs playing time, man. We don't know anything about any of these cats that don't play. You got to give them some time. Yeah, Jordan Love played this year, but what did he play? You're going to judge a guy on a game or two? Stupid. You know, I'm not saying I'm not a Jordan Love guy. I'm not telling you he's going to be anything special. I wasn't that, high on him when he was coming out. I said he's a project and you take him later. People that wanted to take him early, I thought were high. And you know who you are, you folks out there wanted to take him early. But, but I'm not going to say that I'm right already about Jordan Love. Give the kid time. Maybe he might turn into something that we don't know. So could Hunter Long. So could Noah Igbenogany. So many players started out crappy in their careers and then ended up becoming really good players or even Hall of Famers. So I just find it really, really short-sighted to quit on people this quickly. It doesn't make sense in my eyes. Now, let's go over something because I'm looking forward to having Omar Kelly on. You may want to check the camera there because this guy just kicked it. I don't know if if it ruined the shot there, but anyway. So Omar Kelly, I'm looking forward to having him on because Omar Kelly was talking about how he was lied to. Remember that Omar Kelly was talking about how he was lied to last year? Well, he really wasn't lied to. Josh Boyer said it yesterday in the meeting, and Josh Boyer came out and says, there's a lot of things that are out there that are surprising. I know that there are some things that are out there that aren't true, and he basically said he called all the plays on defense. So all this crap about Alexander, he flat out called it a lie. This is why you can't believe all this crap that's out there, these text messages that get posted and they get taken as real, and that, Alexander's wife is bragging about that it's her husband, making the calls and this, that, and it wasn't. So after all that crap, Josh came out and said, no, dude, I made the calls. All right? I was the guy who made the calls. And he shot that down right away. So if Gerald Alexander wants to open his mouth and say he made the calls, I'd like to hear it. And if Flo has anything different to say, I'd like to hear it also. But Josh Boyer made it pretty obvious that it was his defense last year that he called. And what did I tell most of you throughout the last couple of weeks? That what? Flo wasn't even communicating with his defensive staff. Did I not say that, right, Sean? And then didn't I say off of that part of not communicating with his staff, I said the front office had a nice time in that second half of the year to watch Josh Boyer do his thing. And that's what convinced them by the end of the year. They said, we can keep the defensive staff, fire Flo, go get an offensive staff and an offensive head coach and keep everything together. And that's exactly what they did. And you can go back and listen to some of the prior podcasts. And some of you out there that we had conversations on the side, I told you the same thing. This gave the front office an opportunity to see how that defensive staff would do without Flo really communicating with them, because after Thanksgiving, as Marcel Louis-Jacques, who is going to join us later on today, at 12:30 reported he wasn't doing a lot of communicating with his staff. So Omar thought he was lied to, but he actually wasn't lied to. I guess the bad part was that Omar was now believing the lie instead. He thought he believed the lie, but actually he was being told the truth. And now that's going to be funny to talk to Omar. Say, well, so you thought you were lied to, but now you were starting to believe the lie because you were really lied to after, not before. So he's going to be even more frustrated. Oh, I love it, man. That is awesome. Wayne Finns Nation UK says, Big O, love the show. I usually listen a day behind on Spotify while I'm at work delivering the mail in the UK. Keep up the good work and hit that like button. Hell yeah. Please hit that like button. It is very important. You smash the hell out of that like button. Let's see. There's a reason the Chargers were hell-bent on getting a QB when they had Drew Brees on their roster. Big O, didn't Boyer call plays in 2020 when they were good? I'm not sure if he called them in 2020, but at least I know he settled what happened this year. He settled it with like an anvil landing on the Wile E. Coyote, an Acme anvil. Jamie says, Big O and Sean, if you guys ever come to the Bay Area again, you guys have to eat at Alice's restaurant on Skyline Boulevard. Very nice burgers, and a view around there is amazing. All right. All righty. What else? We'll see what the defense looks like. Yeah. Well, we'll see what the offense looks like. I need the offense to come around, bro. Big time. As you said, Big O, sure. Hope they bring in a season. They will. They will bring in a veteran QB, I think, to back up to a kind of a coach style QB behind him. Yes, that I think will happen. But that was pretty cool to watch Josh Boyer come out and just lay into the whole situation. The other thing, yesterday as the coaches met the media, Darrell Bevel, and to me, that hire alone, okay, the Frank Smith one and the Applebaum already impressed me over anything pretty much that Flo ever did for the offensive line. Okay, that's one. Two, Darrell Bevel, I think is a fantastic QB coach. And yesterday he goes, hey, the system is going to be built and tailored to Tua and bring out all of his positives in his game. And when he was talking about, positives that he loved was obviously the accuracy, the completion percentage, off-schedule plays that he can make. And I think that they see the same things that I see and some of us see with Tua. That he's the young man that if you can give him a decent line and a running game, he's going to be crafty enough back there that he's going to make all kinds of plays. But you got to give him some time and some space to make it, because even when there is some chaos, he's going to be able to ad-lib a little bit and help you out in that area. But no one is going to live back there where you're just constantly getting pounded. And eventually you're going to get injured like he has, like Joe Burrow has, or like Andrew Luck ended up. That's not a way to go. You've got to be able to take pressure off your quarterback, and you've got to be able to run the ball. These are the things that I think people forget. One of the reasons why Montana was also great, of course he was clutch. Of course he was accurate. And he wasn't the greatest, athlete ever or anything like that. But did you watch what was around him? How they gave him time? Tom Brady stands back there and he is clean. And he's able to scan the field. I mean, it helps. You just can't have a quarterback that's dropping back and immediately when he plants that back foot, if he can't throw it right away because he has to hold for just a millisecond and then the pressure comes, you can't live like that. But meanwhile, I see some of the better quarterbacks who have some of the better lines in front of them and they're scanning fields and, it's a different ball game. So give the man a little time, give the man a running game, and then have some intelligence on the sidelines and in the booth, and I think he'll be all right. I think he's going to be fantastic. And I think Darrell Bevell sees the same thing. I got an accurate kid. I got a guy that's smart. I got a guy that has anticipatory skills. I got a guy that can, make stuff up off the fly. So let me design, along with everybody else, the kind of offense that I got to compliment him with so he can do his thing. But I don't want to be back in the position of where you were with Marino, where your team wasn't good enough, but you were counting on the one guy to bail you out every week. That just doesn't work out, man. Let me tell you something. I would not be surprised if the Bengals struggle to get to even 500 next year. People get tape on you, they figure you out, and it'll be interesting to see if Cincinnati is going to spend money this offseason to really improve the line that they have there. Because if they continue in their cheap ways, and also, now that you got to the Super Bowl, people are going to want to get paid. And Mike Brown is not known for that. So I would not be surprised if Joe Burrow's killing himself and not getting to the playoffs next year. And I certainly would not be shocked if Joe Burrow is exactly like Boomer Esiason and Ken Anderson. One trip to the Super Bowl, you had your time, you had your moment, you had your run, it's over. I would not be surprised if that's the case also. Steve Rupert, thank you, sir, for the love there on the Super Chat. Very kind. Let's see. If you want to give Boyer the blame for the first part of the season, then you don't blame him for the Tennessee blowouts. Yeah. I mean, listen, all I'm saying is you give if they're going to say, who was making the calls, because that was the thing at the end. Oh no, Gerald Alexander was making the calls. Well, apparently he wasn't. Okay. Ho Yoon, thank you, sir, for a little love there on the Venmo. Big O, too much logic and common sense. Thank you, my friend. That's very kind of you. I appreciate you. And of course, Cash App or Venmo, Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show. Also there, Cash App or Venmo, as always. By the way, I got my shirt on. I got my Nature B shirt on. Yeah, Nature B is for me. And I tell you, I take it all the time. I take it every day. This morning, I took it last night. I like to take it at night. This morning, I take my regular pills, actually. I take it at night so the body absorbs it. And then when I wake up in the morning, it is in my body and ready to go and charging me throughout the day and boosting my immune system. Obviously, we are in a world of viruses. So I spoke to the folks at Nature B, and Jeff is just an amazing person. I've known Jeff for 20 years now. And I told you, I've been taking Nature B for 20 years. Those 2 golden capsules, they power me every day. They protect me, especially my immune system. And doing radio every day and doing a radio show every day of 3-4 hours, you don't want to have a cold. And Nature B protects me from that cold, man. I rarely have a cold. Hell, just went to New York with my man Sean. Cold as hell. Multiple airplanes, came back, no cold, baby. All right, so Nature B, 27 vitamins and amino acids, 28 minerals and powerful antioxidants. And by the way, if you want to order the 3-month supply, you can get free shipping by using my code Big O. If you want to get a 1-month supply, guess what? They've now added it. Free shipping on all pollen, So if you want to buy a 1 month supply, a 3 month supply, a 6 month supply, I don't know, do they have a year supply? Do they have a 10-year supply? You will get free shipping. Just use the code Big O. Go to the website, naturebee.com. They've got all kinds of great products. I love the soap, by the way. The soap is fantastic. I always get a few soaps every month because I really love the Nature Bee soap. But they've got all kinds of stuff, lip balm, everything. And by the way, the power of pollen comes from Clean Green, New Zealand. It's all natural, not one single chemical in it. Okay? And it's great for the kids, and it's great for the entire family. So if you're looking for your hair to grow longer and faster, thank the Lord for me. If you're looking for your nails to grow stronger and faster, ladies, and if you want to power through the day, no wearing down at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or if you're boosting your immune system, Nature Bee is for me. Go to the website. The link is below right here on our YouTube page. Free shipping. Use the code Big O at naturebee.com. When we come back, Alan Poupart is going to join us. We'll talk a little Miami Dolphins with our Sports Grill Miami Dolphins report.
Oh, great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house! Get out of the house!
Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
South Florida's premier law enforcement agency is now hiring individuals like you. The Fort Lauderdale Police Department is now accepting applications for non-certified and certified police officer positions. Minimum requirements and qualifications can be found at flpdjobs.com. That's flpdjobs.com. Are you ready? The city of Fort Lauderdale is an equal opportunity employer.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
The Big O Radio Show is looking for partners to join our growing platform. If your business is ready to reach an audience that starts in Florida, crosses the nation while expanding internationally, this is the program that provides that vehicle. The Big O Radio Show is ready to broadcast live anywhere in the world to represent your event or product. To reach out by phone, 786-754-4664. That's 786-754-4664. Or email bigoradioshow@yahoo.com. Help us grow as we provide the content and personal connection corporate entities will never achieve.
Folks, you can support.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
The Big O Radio Show is brought to you by EJDConstruction.com, where you can trust their team of construction experts. American Dream Lending. Go to adreamlending.com. Stop dreaming and start living your best life. Perdermo Cigars. Experience a Perdermo way. Go to PerdermoCigars.com.
Let's get ready to talk Dolphins football. It's the Sports Grill Miami Dolphins Report with Sports Illustrated's Alan Poupart. With locations throughout South Florida, Sports Grill is the home of the special grilled wings. Check out our sponsored locations in Miami on Bird Road and 114th and in Miami Lakes in the Royal Oaks Plaza. Here's Miami Dolphins insider Alan Poupart.
We are back. We're ready to talk to Alan. By the way, Mike No Go Zone says I might have to film a new episode, and he's got a Ukrainian flag. No, Mike, that's not the place you want to go. All right, that's a No Go Zone for you too, also, Mike. All right, let's get to it. Alan Poupart. He is just in a dark screen there. I don't know what it is. What's going on? That's
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. We just don't see you. You look like a black bear in darkness.
I know that's weird because it asks my phone whether to allow the camera and the microphone, and I pressed yes, like a good little boy that I am. But let's try something else. This is
I
weird.
think you know what you can do. Why don't you do this? I'll buy you a minute here. Why don't you completely disconnect and then reconnect again? Okay.
Okay,
And that
I
way,
tried that before.
maybe it
Let me
gets
try it
back to
again.
that. It asks you for the video, and maybe it picks it up this time. Okay.
Okay, let's try again. Yep.
Go ahead, baby. No problem. That's the beauty of live radio. That's the beauty of video and digital right now. We run the show. It's all right. It's all good. He can disconnect and then reconnect again, and hopefully we can get that beautiful Montreal Expos hat on. Because really, I mean, what interview with Alan Poupart is complete without a Montreal Expos hat, right? Got to have a Montreal Expos hat on. All right. What else do we have here? Oh, what do you believe is going to happen with U.S. and Russia? Sanctions. That's it, bro. They're not going to fight because then that would start an even bigger war. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what they can do. You know, they can only just lay a ton of sanctions on them, and that's about it. You know, so it's all good in the hood. All right, do we have him? He's still in a pitch black screen. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're not going to get any Montreal Expos hat today. I guess the Expos hat is gone. All right. So, Poop, are you there at least?
Yeah, let me try. I'm going to try another one. Yeah, Okay, let's do this.
The hell is wrong with you today? Jesus, you're a disaster today, Poopart. Man. You got it? You figured it out? Holy crap, you figured it out.
No, I had to go on my home laptop. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We got you. We got you, bro. We got you. You're in a Verizon commercial too now.
Well, yeah, except the problem is we're getting stuff done around the house. So there might be some noise. That's why I was trying to do it on the phone. So
okay, not a problem.
Okay.
All right. Life is complete now. We get the Expos hat, so it's all good. By the way, are these idiots really going to get to the table finally and settle this thing? Do they realize that they're like so low on the totem pole? Baseball, because I like you and me are probably one of the few idiots that actually want baseball back. So I'm just saying, what do you think happens, bro? When do they figure it out?
Oh no, I think you're one of the few idiots. I honestly,
you don't care anymore.
No. My care level in terms of baseball has long ago disappeared.
Okay. I don't know if you have any volume on anything, your phone or something.
I do, and I'm trying to shut it off, and it's
okay.
I'm in all sorts of technical difficulties right now.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, here we go. I'm a complete mess.
You're fuddling around all over the place. All right, so let's start off. Yesterday, you got to meet some of the coaches.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, the bombshell dropped. And I can't wait to talk to Omar because Omar was frustrated. He goes, man, I was lied to the whole year about Boyer, and it was Alexander. And well, then Boyer came out and said, hey, yo. I made all the calls, dude. Okay?
Yeah.
I made all the calls here. So all that crap floating around, that ain't anything. So I can't wait to talk to Omar because now he believed the lie, and he was actually told the truth initially. So where were you on all this stuff? And what was your reaction when Boyer dropped the hammer and said, yo, I made the calls?
Well, it was interesting that how definitive he was about it. And the thing with play calling and all that is everything, again, here's the buzzword we keep hearing is collaborative. And as Boyer explained, it's like you get to the game, it's basically everything's been preset for practically every situation, and everything is done collaboratively. And he mentioned with Flores being a defensive coach, he absolutely was involved in the meetings on Saturday when they were finalizing the calls and all that. So again, I'm not sure it was quite the bombshell that you seem to think it is, but it's.
Well, no, but I mean, for the people that kept thinking it was Gerald Alexander, right? I mean, that was the word, right? Correct. So it does become kind of a bombshell because it goes against everything that was being said or the FUD that was being thrown out, which was, I don't know if you saw that text that was supposedly Gerald Alexander's wife or something to another wife and saying, "Oh, my husband was making all the calls and it wasn't Boyer, this and that." So maybe that was also a fake text that people were throwing around, but it was kind of adding fuel to that rumored story.
Well, beyond that, she put out tweets kind of half suggesting that her husband was the one involved in the play calling in the second half of the season when things turned around. And then a week or so after that, then her tweets became protected. So it's not out there for everybody to see, because I saw them with my own eyes and it was like, oh.
Okay, so then she's a liar. She's an uninformed liar then, I guess. Right?
I don't know. I mean,
that's what Josh Boyer says.
Well, correct.
Okay, I'm just saying she's an uninformed liar, according to Josh Boyer.
According to Josh Boyer, yes.
Okay, I'm just saying that's well, we'll see if she wants to unprotect her tweets and now come out and I doubt it if she'll come clean and say I didn't have the right information, or will she come back and challenge all of this? By the way, did Gerald Alexander get a job somewhere?
Not yet. Charles Burks did, but not Gerald Alexander as of yet.
Yeah, no, Burks wasn't involved in that controversy.
No, correct.
It's not a good thing if your wife is, we kind of know something about these things when the wives are running their mouths for the players or the coaches. That not be a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing. Absolutely not. The other point that needs to be made regarding Gerald Alexander, and he was very local in the support of Flores after the lawsuit was filed. And whether that played any kind of role in his departure from the Dolphins and his not landing another job in the NFL, that's not for me to say. All I can say is he put out a couple of tweets very strongly in support of Flores after his firing, after the lawsuit was filed.
One more thing on strong statements. Boyer made one, and then the Dolphins made one 2 days ago after the Flores latest accusation on the NDA. And I got to say, I don't know if you look at it the same way, but that statement the Dolphins made, that's the kind of statement you make that you're like, sure, there's nothing out there that can hurt you.
Yeah, but then Flores' lawyers come back with what they say is a copy of the separation agreement, so to speak, which basically does say you're not going to involve and engage and be associated in any way, shape, or form with any kind of potential lawsuit. And you also will not say anything disparaging about the Dolphins. So basically, and the Dolphins statement was hold on. The statement by the Dolphins. I'm sorry?
That's not a rebuttal to the statement by the Dolphins.
The Dolphins statement was that Stephen Ross did not in any way, shape, or form require Brian Flores to sign a DNA, and they're saying here's your sorry, NDA, not DNA, your NDA, and then having biology flashbacks here, and then the lawyers are saying, well, yeah, he was made to sign an NDA to get paid, so.
No, I get that, but it wasn't just because they show you that doesn't mean that it was Stephen Ross that did it. You know what I mean? That's
well, it's the organization. I mean, it's Stephen Ross is the owner of the organization.
Protocol. That's standard protocol, dude.
Correct.
I mean, that's that. Well, people are making this sound like this is something weird. This happens in all walks of life.
Yeah, no, correct.
I've signed those myself when you walk out, dude.
Yeah, no, correct.
I signed one where in this last place with Onside that they didn't want me to take any employees from them or whatever, because obviously I told them that I was going to, continue to build what I was trying to do there, and obviously I'm doing it. But it was just one of those where, no, dude, I don't need anything that you guys have. You didn't provide me anything. What the hell do I need from you anyways?
Yeah, correct.
You know what I mean? So I had to sign one of those like, yeah, dude, you have no secrets I need, dude. I don't need anything from you, but I had to sign one too, like to agree not to hire any of their people, this and that. Not that I would ever want any of their people, but it's just, I had to do that. That's the part that I laugh about this. It almost sounds like there's so many people in this world that have never worked in a job like that they don't realize that those NDAs are normal. But the point is, it wasn't Ross that made him sign it or asked him to sign it. That's something that every team makes every employee sign at the end of their termination.
No,
So,
correct. Yeah, way too much is being made out of this.
yes.
I don't think there's a question about that. To me, the whole thing with the Dolphins is and that lawsuit is strictly the allegations that he was offered money to lose.
They threw that in there in the statement, is what I'm saying. The Dolphins threw in there that everything categorically has been a lie and defamatory. So, my brother, when you say that, I think when you say what the Dolphins said 2 days ago, that's my question to you. If you read those words, words are like, this guy has nothing on us, and we know it. That's what it said to me.
No, I'll reread it, but as I recall, no, I don't recall that statement addressing anything other than the talk about the NDAs. It didn't. I don't recall that referring to the allegation of the payment for losses.
I will read it exactly for you in hopefully a couple seconds if this thing can pop up, and the story too. Let's see. Ah, damn it. I can't believe this thing. It's just like right when you need it, it's not happening.
I can check as well.
You can do it also. By the way, why don't you entertain Alan with my before and after pictures?
Okay, here we go. Hold on, I can read it right now. I have it up.
Go ahead.
Okay.
You have it up? That's a little too much information right now.
This latest assertion by Brian Flores that Steve Ross mentioned an NDA to him is categorically false. This just did not happen, and we simply cannot understand why Brian continues this pattern of making unfounded statements that he knows are untrue. Okay? We are fully cooperating with the NFL investigation. Look forward to all of the facts coming out, which we are confident will prove that his claims are false and defamatory. Okay. Does not specifically talk about the offer.
They're talking about all his general claims.
Correct. You can infer that it's included in that statement.
Right. He said the way they're saying is how he continues. So it's like he
continue to lie. But time out. They're saying he continues to lie, which may or may not necessarily equate everything he has said is a lie. Can we agree on that?
No, yes, you are correct. But remember, they denied it the first time too when he made.
Of course they did, and of course they will.
And they categorically denied it. So that's why I'm saying that I get the feeling they have their ducks in a row here or something, bro. Because the cockiness that they're coming back with, that's the kind of cockiness that you ain't got nothing on me, dog. We everybody that was maybe might have heard or whatever is going to go against you anyway or something. You know what I mean?
Do they have any other choice though? I mean.
No.
That's the thing. I mean, they need to. Let me borrow from a movie. They need to strenuously object.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. The question is, how many Greg Andersons are in that group? You know what I'm saying? Because that dude fell on the sword for Barry Bonds. So Garfield.
I was referring to A Few Good Men, but okay.
I know you were referring to A Few Good Men.
Okay.
But that's fictional. I'm going with reality, where Greg Anderson, dude, he was a friend. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm sure Barry took care of him behind the scenes somehow. I don't know what he sent him. Maybe he sent him Bitcoin since nobody can trace it and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how he did it. Maybe he did it through Monero, since that's secretive. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's because think about this. If he even said it in passing in front of other people, and those people now have to deny it, they're going to have to deny it under oath.
Of course.
Damn, dude. I don't know. That's a really uncomfortable situation there, dude.
No, correct. And yeah, no question about it. And then if the question now is exactly how many people does Flores have to back up his assertion? We know of one, and it's been reported that he's the guy who's been his right-hand man for a while and is a longtime associate, which if it's just him and Flores' word against Stephen Ross's word, I'm not sure that's going to, prove anything.
Yeah. I'm with you there. All right. Darrell Bevel, your thoughts on his I know that you're kind of off the Tua bandwagon, but you guys asked him about Tua and all that, and he kind of talked about the positives and how to build around him and all that kind of stuff. Your impressions on, I guess Tua finally has a real quarterbacks coach.
Well, he's got one with a ton of NFL experience. I mean, Charlie Frizzell is a former NFL quarterback, so even though he had no NFL coaching experience,
That's a difference.
Well, but also, again, he was a former NFL quarterback who could relate to Tua and all that. No, Bevel said all the right things. I mean, and including, like, before I judge his arm strength, let me see him live throw the ball, see how it comes
I like
out.
that. I like that.
I like that too as well. And then he says you see things on film, and again, totally accurate. And then he says we're going to play to his strengths. Obviously, it's everything makes sense. I'm here to tell you though that if anybody out there is thinking that the Dolphins didn't do a good job last year of maximizing what Tua was doing well with the way the offensive line was, with the way the wide receiver was, the wide receiving core was, I think you're off the mark. I think the Dolphin coaching staff, for all of its faults on the offensive side last year, did a very good job in the second half of the season of doing what they needed to do to get the most out of Tua in that offense. And my guess is, with some tweaks and some improvements in certain areas, starting with the running game, it's not going to look a whole lot different with this new staff, which by all accounts is more qualified, for lack of a better term. If you're expecting the Packers offense all of a sudden or the Buccaneers offense all of a sudden, I think you're crazy. To me, it's going to look a lot like it did last year, at the end of last year when they had some success on offense, except again, the hope is that the running game's better, and then maybe some improvements on offense in terms of maybe a little bit more downfield passing. Not that I don't think I would expect that there'll ever be a ton.
No, I'm with you. And I was going to tell you, but then when you said second half, then I said, okay, that was the caveat that put it over the top. Because the first half, I'm like thinking, well, you kept Austin Jackson in there a little too long at left tackle. That did not help out the offense overall. There are things that I can pick on a little bit. The Tennessee game, I think they should have run the ball a little bit more there, because Duke did have some success and they didn't really, commit to it, which I thought that was an issue.
Yeah, that game was a disaster from start to finish, and to me, there's no way to couch it other. I mean, that's one that Tua has to completely erase and make up for at some point. If he wants to build the confidence and stamp himself as the guy.
Oh no, yeah, obviously. I mean, listen, but everybody has terrible games. You know what I mean? And there again, I think your point super strong. You're right, because in the end, you can only do so much with the limitations you had with your offensive line coach, and overall with that offensive line, and so that in itself really was going to stump anything that you were going to do. You were never going to grow as an offense with the way that those five guys were being coached, or how they were or how they were playing.
No, and this is why we've talked all along of more important than anything else, more important than personnel decision. The biggest thing this offseason is getting these guys coached up without even a shadow of a doubt. And the other thing about going back to Tua real quickly, as you mentioned, it was only one game. The only problem is it was the money game, just like Buffalo the year before the money. And I'm here to tell you, by the way, just to show you that I'm not this complete Tua hater that everybody thinks. I didn't think Tua was nearly as bad against Buffalo in the 2020 season finale as a lot of people did. Because there were a lot of drop passes that day. The entire offense was horrible, but Tua did not have a good game. And that was the money game. And then Tennessee was the money game last year. So he's got to have a big performance in a money game.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. But he's not the guy that's going to carry a shit team over a good team.
Correct.
Okay?
No, correct.
That you need, performances of a lifetime from very few quarterbacks. You're going to need a Russell Wilson, and you're going to need, just some magical performance to overcome those kind of guys. And normally, with that kind of coaching and that kind of team, more often than not, you should lose to Tennessee and you should lose to Buffalo, because you're not good enough as a team. Why the hell would your quarterback be the difference maker in the end. You know what I'm saying? So for Tua to overcome those situations, the team needs to be better also, so he has an even level playing field playing up against them. That's all I'm saying.
No, that's completely fair. And my point all along has been, as I've repeated, is the better the quarterback, the more margin for error you have. I've been very consistent with that.
Oh, there's no doubt. But we have to find the balance, my brother. We can't go Marino.
No,
and we can't go Tua. But you got to find the happy medium.
I completely
somewhere.
agree. I completely agree with you.
But we got to get off the hard on that we need the 6'5" strapper. We need the 6'5" strapper that's 5 times over in front of the line. Give me 5 hogs, because Bob Greasy is the winningest quarterback ever, and he had half the talent of Marino, but he had triple the line of Marino.
It's also talking 50 years ago, and the NFL has changed. Of course, there's more emphasis on the quarterback now than there has ever been. So we can't equate.
So what's Tampa's line and Miami's line, my brother? Really?
Tampa's line obviously is much better.
Line and Miami's line.
Correct.
Come on, bro.
Dude, I'm not arguing with you.
Line. Give me Tennessee's line.
I'm not arguing with you.
Okay, but let's not go to the one extreme. Let's find the happy medium. Let's not make it all on Tua. Let's find the damn line. Let's get the running game. Let's get the coaching going, and then you measure Tua. You know what I'm saying? But if we're all going to measure, okay, so the Dolphins will be a shit team every year. Let's go find a great quarterback just to give us some entertainment, some stats, and get his ass kicked in the playoffs. Great. I've been there and done that. That's not what I want.
No, but the idea
what anybody wants.
Okay, I understand, but the idea of getting that elite top tier quarterback is that guy can elevate the rest of the team. That's part of this. And further,
I got you. But how many great quarterbacks have elevated shitty teams to a title? None.
Shitty teams?
None.
No. But how many shitty quarterbacks have won Super Bowl titles? Very few.
Well, Peyton Manning was a shitty quarterback.
When he won with Denver, yes. But I said very few.
Trent Dilfer, mediocre quarterback.
Yes.
Nick Foles, mediocre quarterback. You know, you can win with a mediocre quarterback. That's what I'm saying. Let's get I think Tua is better than all those guys, but let's find more of the other side of it, so we don't put the weight of the world on whoever is the quarterback, is my point.
That's
fair.
All. That's fair. That's fair.
All right, what are you working on Sports Illustrated, my brother, so folks can check you out?
Well, I don't want to give away all my trade secrets. I'm going to do something. I did something last night on the takeaways from that hour-long session with the assistant coach, and I'm going to do something on Sam and Pat and their work and how this came about. Is actually some cool background stuff there. And then I'm going to do something on potential free agent targets with a twist, without revealing too much. And it'll be on alldolphins.com at some point today.
So it'll be Serge with a lemon twist. There you go. Follow him on Twitter.
Serge, very good.
There you go. Poopart NFL, and bookmark his page at Sports Illustrated, baby. Got to get that done right there. Alan, as always, thank you, my brother. Have a fantastic weekend.
You do likewise.
You got it. There you go, the great Alan Poopart.
This has been the Sports Grill Miami Dolphins Insider Report with Alan Poupart, exclusively on the Big O Radio Show. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast and never miss a report. Search Big O Radio Show on most platforms. Visit Sports Grill in our sponsored locations in Miami on Bird Road and 114th, and in Miami Lakes in the Royal Oaks Plaza.
Bart, man, as always, and make sure you bookmark his page, man. Now, he's always producing Dolphin content. Lenny the Locksmith, thank you, my brother. Thank you for the love on the super chat. Always kind, Lenny. Appreciate you, my man. And I'll see you in 3 hours at Dandy Donuts in Pompano, my friend. There you go. Gonna go hang out with Lenny the Locksmith in a little bit. You never know. Lenny the Locksmith might be a sponsor here on the show. That way he can unlock your car, produce some keys for you. I don't know if he can unlock your love. I'm not exactly sure about that. Or lock down your love. Not sure. I'll ask him if he has those kind of talents. How about Lenny the Locksmith, lead pipe pick of the night? Huh? There you go. Right? It's a lockdown. Yeah, it's a lockdown with Lenny. Huh? What are you saying?
I don't know if you want to do the lead pipe, but the lockdown pick of the night.
Yeah, the lockdown pick of the night.
Yeah,
yes.
Or something like that. I don't know about lead
That's
pipes,
it.
you know. I don't,
Yeah. Mob Rule says the NFL does not have to find something. Flores needs to present the evidence. When Flores fails, Ross can sue him for defamation. Boom. Well, Ross doesn't have to pay him now because he didn't sign that agreement. He didn't sign the NDA. And this whole NDA thing, Poupart nailed it. We're making a big thing out of nothing, dude. Like absolutely nothing. It's the silliest thing in the world. Every corporation that you sign a contract with, like, they're all going to make you do that. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, I think some are trying to use it as he's making that sacrifice to where he's not getting paid since he didn't sign it.
Right.
You know, that's what they're kind of linking the whole NDA
No,
thing
but some
to.
people, I can't believe they would ask him to do that. What do you mean you can't believe, dude? What world do you live in?
I actually signed one the last place we were at as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with the part of the contract when we signed the.
There you go.
Yeah, so I mean, it goes for everything. I mean, it wasn't down to what yours was, but
Right. But it's still, I mean, give me a break, man. It's like, don't take our people. I don't want you. Relax. You can keep them, bro.
Keep them all.
Keep them all, dude. Not one of them know a damn thing. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, it's really easy with that NDA. Yeah, don't need anything from you guys. What do
You can get around NDAs. Ask Stormy.
Daniels? Big O, do you think we'll see Bitcoin pump in Russia adopts Bitcoin as a form of currency because of all the sanctions they're going to be under? I don't know, because it's a communist state. So I don't know how those people live in fear, you know? It's like, Russia's just a big jail. Cuba's just a big jail. North Korea is just a giant jail. So I don't know how those kind of countries can get away with that kind of stuff, or if they want to risk it. I know that Russia says that they don't mind having their miners and all that and everything, but in the end, nobody's going to be dealing with them, so it doesn't really matter. They're still going to have to just hodl and sell on the market there, but I don't think there's going to be real transaction with Bitcoin in Russia. At least I don't know. I don't know. You never know. Who knows? That son of a bitch may want to just try to strong arm everybody and take their Bitcoin anyways in the end. I mean, really, Putin is he is worse than the dirtiest piece of garbage in the world. I mean, really, seriously, that guy, it's a shame that we're in 2022 and we still have individuals like that on this planet. So I hope they sanction the hell out of them, that nobody trades with them whatsoever, and they struggle in a big time way. I know that we can't get in a war with them because then it becomes a world war, and it's not going to be good for anybody, unfortunately. But man, you feel terrible for those people in Ukraine. God, you want to be free and you can't be free because you've got that tyrant on you. Sad. Stop acting like we didn't have a good team over Marino. It wasn't perfect, but like the Bulls in the 90s, we went against Buffalo every year in San Fran and beat us in the Super Bowl. Jason, do you know anything about football, bro? Do you have any idea, any clue? They had no defense. What are you talking about, bro? What the hell are you talking about? They had nothing with Marino. They had no running game. They had no right side of the line. Everything they did was because of Marino. So they sucked at everything else. I'm not sure what you were watching, or are you not old enough or something? That's what it is. But I watched every second of it. Okay? Watching Jay Brophy play linebacker is not fun, dude. Bud Brown. Paul Langford.
Most of the wins were like shootouts. It was like 35-28, 35-31.
45-41.
Yeah, it's like
freaking Ken O'Brien is lighting us up like a Richard Todd is lighting us up like a Christmas tree. You know, give me a break. These quarterbacks weren't anything out of this world, and our defense was terrible. You know nothing about football, dude, if you say that.
We were
nothing.
the team.
And if you compare Miami to Buffalo, Bruce Smith was better than our entire line and linebackers. Darryl Talley alone was better than our entire linebacking core. What the F are you talking about, Jason Myers?
We were the fans hoping we got the ball last because we were hoping Marino could take us down.
Dude, you know nothing about Dolphin football. Zero. Those Bills teams, let me tell you, put it this way, Jason, it's a bigger crime that the Bills didn't win a Super Bowl than the Dolphins won anything. Because the Dolphins weren't supposed to win anything. The Bills, that's a generational team that didn't win a Super Bowl. Listen to me. That Bills team was a generational team that did not win a Super Bowl. You know how many Hall of Famers are on that team? And if they haven't gotten in, they need to be in. That team was awesome, man. The Dolphins weren't anywhere near them. I remember Thurman Thomas's backup would be better than the Dolphins. The kid from Portland State. Can you look it up for me? Portland State running back. That kid, I remember the university. Trying to remember the kid's name. Oh, God. 92, whatever. 93, 94. Damn it. What's his name now? Can anybody help me out with that? No, Bills. That kid was better than anything we had at running back. Porter? Was his name Porter also? Was it something like that? Holmes. Is it Holmes? No, it's not Holmes. Kenneth Davis. That's it. Carlos, nice job by you, dude. Kenneth Davis. Jeff Sweet, you got it also. You got it first. Thank you, bro. Very nice of you. There you go. Kenneth Davis. That's him. Portland. Is it Portland State? Now, see, watch the brain at work. Portland State? If it's Portland State, it's the kid. Because I remember back in the day, I go, stinky kid from Portland State's better than what we have in our running backfield. I want to say Texas Christian. Then maybe that might not be him. Derek Holmes. That might be him. Oh, Derek Holmes? Check it out if Derek Holmes is Portland State. And by the way, Kenneth Davis was also better than everything we had too. I think it was Derek Holmes then. Because he was I remember it was Portland State. It stuck to me. I'm like, they found a guy in Portland State that's better than anything we have. And I would get pissed at that. Kenneth Davis was the truth in college. It's Portland State? Derek Holmes? Derek Holmes, Portland State. How about that? Huh? Yeah, see? I was right. Yeah, I was just like, sucks, dude. Marino had some serious ill DBs. You nailed it. Oh, God. It was their defense was terrible, bro. Terrible. Brian Cox and Louis Oliver were pretty good. Yeah, but there wasn't enough. Just wasn't enough. We never had enough on defense. We never had enough on the O-line on the right side. We really had Webb and Sims. Come on, guys. Come on. A little ruddy, too, for a couple years. But on the right side of the line, we never had anything special. It's really the left side. Yeah, they drafted Marshawn Lynch. They did. And he ran a woman over in Buffalo. And then they got rid of him. And then the rest is history for him. Because he was having trouble early on kind of figuring stuff out there. And then he figured it out. Nathan was a great pass-catching running back. He was. Tony Nathan was a terrific pass catcher. Did you oh, wait a minute. Let's take a quick break. Let's get ready for hour number 3 here on the Big O Radio Show.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. For over 25 years, South Floridians have counted on Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises for their roofing needs. In South Florida, we battle the sweltering heat, rain, winds, and all kinds of tropical storms. That's why when it comes to protecting your family, home, or business, call Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com. 954-735-9826 or 954-394-1411 and ask to speak to Tommy, the owner. They specialize in all kinds of roofs. All work fully guaranteed with the customer's complete satisfaction. A-plus rated member of the Better Business Bureau. Licensed and insured. There's no buts about it. When your roof needs repair or replacement, go to TommyBButtsJrEnterprises.com. A certified widening contractor. The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc., ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
The Big O Radio Show is brought to you by EJDconstruction.com, where you can trust their team of construction experts. American Dream Lending. Go to adreamlending.com. Stop dreaming and start living your best life. Perdermo Cigars. Experience a Perdermo way. Go to perdermocigars.com.
The Go Radio Show originates from the OK Coin Studios. Invest a little time and save big. Just set the recurring buy and pay, 0 transaction fee after your first purchase. The Big O Radio Show is mastered by executive producer Sean Stanley from the OK Coin Studios. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
Everybody, there he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Yes, sir, Yves Sham, baby. American Dream Lending. How you doing, Yves?
I'm doing good, Big O. How about yourself?
I am loving life, my friend. I'm excited about what's going on with the Dolphins. I got the Heat season warming up. We got the Panther season heating up. Got the Canes. Mario Cristobal is building a monster, bro. He just got Charlie Strong.
Very, very excited about that.
Yeah, boy. And wait till you see the we got a Dolphin and a Cane show that we're we're developing here, so we got that coming. So soon, I'm sure you'll come by and hang out with us on some of those shows. So.
I will definitely come by and hang out with you on some of those shows. I have regular contact over at UM with some of the recruiting staff, and really liking what's going on with Cristobal. Oof. And these coaches, the assistants, they're extremely excited. The players are excited, and I think we have a great shot of bringing our University of Miami Hurricane football program back to greatness.
I agree. They've got the kind of recruiting now. Well, dude, they're spending the money finally. You know what I mean? And that's been the problem, Eves. You got to spend money, dude. And like any business, you got to spend money to make money. In order for it to grow, you got to reinvest in it. And that's the one thing they were failing with that program. They weren't reinvesting in the business. And how do you do that? With personnel, with people that can help you get it done. And in college football, it's become a big money business.
Big money.
And if you're not willing to spend, and Manny Navarro told us earlier in the week, they've got the number one budget in the ACC. So now you can compete with Clemson or beat Clemson, because now you can buy the same coaches that they can buy. And then you've got people like Mr. Ruiz that you've got some.
Would like to thank the Ruiz family out of Coral Gables. Thank you for being a big part of the program, getting back to greatness.
We love you, Mr. Ruiz. You were a little crazy,
Mr. Ruiz.
He was a little crazy at the beginning with the Coral Gables High thing.
I thought that was a great idea. That was a great idea.
Yeah, but the wrong spot. He was never going to get it done at Coral Gables High. But at Tropical Park, it would work. I love his passion. It was just a little misplaced there on the. Dude, you know how many of my buddies have graduated from Gables? And I talked to them, and they're like, "No, man, you can't do that. You can't make my school disappear." That guy, like people like
been there forever.
I know, but Cavalier
how many years has it been there? I know it's
easy 70 years.
Easy 70 years, right?
Yeah. It's got to be back to the 50s at least. But but dude, how many Cavalier fans were kind of taking that personal? You know what I mean? It was just like one of those things. So. But I love the guy. I mean, I love his passion. I just thought he was a un poco loco right there with that one. But hey, the Tropical Park thing could work, man. It's close to UM. It's got exits. Yeah,
there's a football stadium footprint already there, which we're using for high school games. Yeah. The San Enchanted Forest is no longer there, so there's all that extra space down there by the highway for extra parking and concessions. By the way,
it's on our sponsor. It's at Hialeah Park, baby. That's where Santa moves. So we got all that space. Plus, Miller, Bird Road, the Palmetto, 5 minutes
great
west.
Access.
You go to the Turnpike. So it's you got exits all over the place to get the hell out. And it's Miami, bro. Which Miami, there's all kinds of other streets that you could just what I always tripped out on back in the day when we used to go to the Orange Bowl, and the people that didn't know the hood, they were, because I grew up in Little Havana. So it's like, dude, I get caught up in traffic. I'm like, traffic, bro. There's like the interstreets, bro. You get the hell out of there real quick.
It's a big grid. I mean, everything connects, everything goes through for the most part. So you get right through. There's a million side streets to go.
Don't stay on Northwest 7th Street, bro. Get off of Northwest 7th Street.
Northwest 7th Street is for the for the transplants and the tourists, man.
Yeah,
use the side roads.
those of us that lived in that area, like, dude, I could get in and out of the Orange Bowl quickly, bro. No matter where. It's just because you had to know the inner streets so you can get the hell out.
Unfortunately, we got a couple of fans right now that probably live in those inner streets and are probably like, you guys are the ones speeding by my house when there's traffic during a game.
That's right, but they're cashing in too, with the parking. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Eves, how concerned should we be right now? Because I think a lot of people, again, not a financial advisor because I talk a lot of crypto, but not a financial advisor here, but I am concerned that I think the Feds, from what I hear, there may be several hikes coming, and before those hikes come, the rates now are pretty damn good that maybe you might want to consolidate right now if you have a lot of equity in your home. Talk to us a little bit. What are the concerns with what I hear is several rate hikes could be coming?
Well, first off, hot off the press, the Fed announced this morning that they will not be hiking interest rates in their March meeting due to what's going on with Russia and the Ukraine right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Buys us a little time.
Yeah. So that's hot off the press. As far as buying us time, the rate increases have already taken place. Rates across all loan programs have gone up anywhere from 0.5% to 1.25%. So the rates that we were seeing first, second week of January and the end of last year, those rates are gone. You're in the 4s now. High 3s potentially with buying down the rate. But the good news is historically, rates are still at one of its lowest points in history of this country and tracking interest rates. So before they go up again, you need to find out if a refinance is going to have any financial benefit for you. Because a couple of months down the line, that benefit may no longer exist because of additional rate increases coming. So, if you've been waiting, if you've been thinking, if you've been pondering, if you've been trying to work on your credit because you want to have the best credit score, don't wait any longer. You need to give us a call. You need to give someone a call, and you need to get your loan in, get your documents ready, and lock your rate if you're planning on doing anything as soon as possible. Because, if you didn't heed the warning at the end of last year, beginning of January this year, they've already gone up.
Yeah.
But you can still get a great deal because, like I said, historically, they're at their lowest points. One thing right now, homeowners across Florida, across the country, but especially across Florida and South Florida, we're sitting on the largest amount of home equity in the history of this country. So you guys have equity. If you need to pay down higher debt, if you need cash for home improvements, maybe you want to buy some more properties because we have had the highest rental increase across the country, 49% year over year in rental amounts.
Yeah.
So an investment property right now that 2 years ago might have been breaking even or had a small profit, those guys are making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month profit off of
you might. One of our listeners used the equity. I think you told me used the equity, built an efficiency, and is now making money off that efficiency. Right? I think
efficiency rented for $1,600.
Yeah,
because he was able to squeeze in. It actually ended up being a 1-bedroom because the bedroom actually closes off. So it's $1,600 for a 1-bedroom efficiency, about 600 square feet. So.
Making your money back quickly with that.
You can't touch an apartment for less than 20.
You called EJD Construction to build the extension, and you called American Dream Lending to
get EJD the money so he can build you the house of your dreams.
That's it, man. That's it. So, and by the way, because we have listeners not just in South Florida and Florida calling Eves, but all over the country, he's got action in 47 of the 50 states. So just in case, if you're listening in other states, you're thinking, well, I mean, I don't live in Florida. Well, Eves is all over the place, man. The tentacles are reaching out all over. So tell them about it, Eves.
Well, we have loan officers licensed all across the country. We actually had a listener give us a call. We're trying to get him a warehouse out in Texas now on a commercial loan. So, we just want to definitely, help our fans out. We want to help everybody, but we want to definitely help our fans out. And, I'd like to thank you, first off, for welcoming us to the Big O family. And we plan to be a part of it. And we want to help all of your listeners out to accomplish their goals and to make their dreams complete, no matter what it is. It's buying an investment property, a dream home, a second home, and a warehouse for your business, a retail location for your business. We can definitely help you out. And that's what we're here to do.
305-992-5218. That's the cell phone. You can call me Right there, right now, anytime you want, when you're in traffic, 305-992-5218. Eves, as always, my brother, thank you for taking some time, man, and helping us through this. And if you need some help with your mortgage, man, call American Dream Lending. Or if you want to get out of a bad mortgage and get into a better mortgage, call American Dream Lending and call Eves right now. Eves, I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you, Big O. Remember, everybody, it's all about the you. Big shout out to the director of recruiting, David Cooney, out there. Big O, salute. Have a nice rest of the day, guys.
There you go. All about the you. There you go. I love it. Eve Sham, baby. 305-992-5218. I get 47 out of the 50 states. So he can help you out. He's a really good dude, man. And he'll work his ass off to help you guys out there too at the same time. Let's see, what else do we have here? Orange Bowl was a special place. They should have just upgraded instead of tearing it down. It's really expensive, and to what's it called, to have upgraded that thing. And nowadays there are so many other things to make it a more modern facility that it's really expensive to kind of build around that structure or on that structure. And remember, it gets so old to a certain extent, you need to replace it. Okay? No matter what building it is, decay is going to happen, rust is going to happen. You know, it was time. It was time. What should have happened in a perfect world, you know what really should have happened? In an absolutely perfect world, you rebuild the Orange Bowl in its image that you saw, the older image, but more modernized. You understand what I'm saying? You tear it all down, but rebuild it again, and you have a football stadium there again for the Dolphins and the Canes, and that would have been the perfect thing. But unfortunately, it's not a perfect situation. Perfect situation would have been that we have an arena that would have been one arena for the Heat and the Panthers. But we had two ego owners that each of them wanted their own arenas because each of them wanted their own revenue streams, which it's all understandable also. And guess what happened? We ended up getting two arenas in two different counties. So two different counties and two different sets of taxpayers had to carry that burden. It's the world we live in, man. I wish it was perfect. Is yours? Because I don't think anybody's world is perfect. It could be perfect for a few minutes, but something will screw it up at one point or another, you know? Unfortunately. The closed end of the Orange Bowl was a real home field advantage. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Big O, like Fenway Park. Sure, I would love to. I've never been there, but I think it's a really cool place. For sure. I got nothing against Fenway Park. Dolphins had all kinds of running backs or Marino, and we're all mediocre at best. Mark Higgs, etc. Cecil Collins would have been a good running back for us until he got in trouble with the law. He also had an ankle issue even when they got him that it might have become some kind of a problem for him. Cecil Collins is just not right in the head, man. That's all. This guy that wasn't right in the head. You know? Did you guys, how about Troy Aikman? Troy Aikman is leaving Fox for ESPN. They're going to give him $17.5 million per year on a 5-year deal. I have no idea why. I got to tell you, I've said this for years about Troy Aikman. He is the most obvious broadcaster I have ever seen in my entire life. I have never learned a damn thing when Troy Aikman does a game. He points out everything that is obvious to even the most general football fan. I'm not exactly sure what the pizzazz is in all of this, but Troy Aikman, $17.5 million. to be a mediocre commentator, a boring commentator. I just don't see it, man. I mean, God bless him. Take the check, baby. Good for you, Troy. But I don't see it. I don't see the talent. I don't get the reaction. It's, one of those deals. I don't get it. I saw it. I was like, oh my God. This guy shouldn't even be on television, and they're giving him $17.5 million to do Monday Night Football on ESPN. Wow. And I got to tell you, I am probably one of the weirdos that enjoyed this year's crew. I like Riddick and Greasy. I enjoyed what those guys did. I'm an X's and O's guy. I don't really need a lot of fluff. I'm gonna learn more. Greasy will take chances and say things and be critical. And whether you might agree or disagree on one or two things, whatever, I don't care. That's great. That's sports. That's how it is. But I like that Greasy will go after people and will disagree with decisions and will say that this player did not do well. And then Riddick, I think, also gives you great insight on the personnel side when he's breaking things down. I'm not now Troy Aikman for me. If he's replacing Brian Greasy, believe it or not, it's a downgrade. I got to tell you, Troy Aikman for me does absolutely nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Now, maybe that's, I've been in this business long enough that I've learned that those that are company people will survive most anything. I, on the other hand, have never been the company guy. And so, it's different, I'm just not that guy. I'm not going to do that. That's not who I am. So there are people, and maybe that's who Troy is behind the scenes. Maybe he's company guy, but that's the thing. On air, I never hear him challenge anything. I never get any insight. I never learn anything from him. I never get a story about another situation that's common and how it affected his team and how they learned from it, or how it was a negative experience compared to what's going on with a current team. I never hear any kind of real analogies. I never hear anything that is insightful ever from Troy Aikman. It's crazy. But God bless you, dude. 17 million. Steven says Bernie Kosar is actually a great announcer and doesn't give AF and feelings. No, I know that. No, I know that. But my bigger problem with Bernie has been that in years past, he's actually taken shots at people that he didn't have to take shots at. And for reasons that, like, people that are having medical conditions and things. And, I've kind of been a little... I've lost plenty of love for Bernie Kosar, to be honest with you, how he's carried himself at times. So a little more problem with the person than the broadcaster there. Aaron Cutler says, as much as I love Shula, there were also several games where Levy just outcoached him. It's not that they outcoached him. Levy's team was way better, dude. Way better. Let's just be honest. The Miami Dolphins, those teams were never, ever in the same stratosphere as those Bills teams. We got what we deserved in those games. Okay? Can I just be honest? Are you going to look in the mirror and finally call it like you see it? We got what we deserved in those games. The Dolphins weren't half the team the Bills were. And that's why they didn't have a fourth of the success the Bills had. And a fourth means one Super Bowl trip. So we'll disagree on that one, my friend. We will definitely disagree on that one. What else do we have here? Oh, by the way, the Welton Realm text line, 855-912-1056. That's 855-912-1056. Juice F5, thank you for some love on the super chat, my friend. I appreciate you. We both appreciate you, Sean and I. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see what we got here on the Welt and Realm text line. If it wants to load. I don't know what the hell's going on with the damn iPad here, but man, this thing is slow today. I don't know why. If I was going to design an offense, it would be a copy of those Bills teams. That was a pretty they were loaded, man. They were loaded. They had it all. They had tight ends that looked like the Brawny man. They had receivers. They had running backs. They had a hell of a line. They had a monster quarterback, and they had a mammoth defense, dude. D-line, linebackers, everything. That was a hell of a team, dude. What would you say? The Bills team right now or those Bills teams of the early 90s? I'm still going Bills teams of the early 90s. Where are you going on the quarterback? Kelly, right? Oh, I'm going Jim Kelly all the way over Josh Allen. Jim Kelly never had to learn how to be a quarterback. He was a stud from the University of Miami, dude.
Yeah, but
then he went to the Gamblers and lit the world up on fire, and then went to Buffalo.
I'm not remembering Kelly like
Kelly's a
the
badass
athlete as far as like scrambling. I don't know. I don't remember him.
He was a linebacker.
I know he was tough. I'm not saying that, but I don't remember him getting out of the pocket and going for 20 to 25 yards. The elusiveness, I guess, is my thing. I'm not saying he would.
That's not. He didn't have to do that. Josh Allen. Josh Allen has to use his legs to offset a little bit. Yeah. Jim Kelly was a pure pocket passer.
100%. I'm not saying that. I'm just thinking of the now right now because I haven't seen Kelly play in a little while. I need to go back and look at some things.
Oh, Kelly was a monster.
The now is just sitting on me with Josh Allen.
What are you guys taking? The 90s Bills or these Bills? Those of you that are old enough. If you're not old enough, you can't really.
The Kelly gun, yes. That was.
Oh, my God. Oh, that K gun. Oh, my God. That K gun offense was awesome. It was an awesome team. Awesome team. If I'm a Bills fan, I am so bitter that team didn't win a title. All right. You know what's awesome also? That Marcel Louis-Jacques is ready to join us. He's ready to give us the edge with our Edge energy drink. Miami Dolphins report.
Time to get the edge on the Miami Dolphins with our Edge Energy Drink Miami Dolphins report. When you want the energy drink that's delicious and smooth with zero aftertaste, you can only order Edge Energy Drink at myedgedrink.com. That's myedgedrink.com. Here's the ESPN Dolphin insider Marcel Louis-Jacques.
All right, there he is, the man, the myth, the legend. That is Marcel Louis-Jacques. How you doing, baby? You doing all right? Enjoying the West Coast?
Oh, yeah. As you can see, enjoying a little bit of change of scenery from my last couple of hits. I was over here yelling, tap me in, get me into this argument, get me into this debate, because I'm taking the 90s Bills.
You're too young.
No.
Sorry. I got to use the old man card. I know you were in Buffalo.
The amount of research and, what I had to do to understand those 90s teams, I was alive for half of it. But either way, I'm taking them because they had Thurman Thomas. Like that's the piece that these Bills right now are begging and pleading. Please, can we get somebody like this? They had Thurman Thomas. They had Bruce Smith.
No, but Kelly is better.
A real difference maker. That's
Kelly
where you're
better
wrong.
Than Josh Allen.
That's
Kelly
where
is better than Josh Allen.
Jim Kelly is more accomplished than Josh Allen. Jim Kelly is not a better player than Josh Allen. I think Jim Kelly would tell you that. I might call him and ask him, and so we can maybe get him on here to tell you Josh Allen is a more dynamic quarterback than Jim Kelly.
Dynamic because he can run. I don't care about that, dude. I care about who's the better with the
Bigger
arms. Who's the no?
Still,
Who's the better with the arm? Period. It's called accuracy, my man. This guy never has any issues with accuracy. Did not have it at the University of Miami when I watched him right here in my backyard. Did not have it with the Houston Gamblers, and never had it with the Buffalo Bills. He didn't have to learn to be a quarterback. He was a quarterback. So that makes him alone already superior to Josh Allen, who had to learn how to throw the ball, and he still can't throw it straight every time. This year he had his moments where he had erratic moments. If a QB is still erratic, he can't be compared to Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly was never erratic.
I don't think he's any more erratic than the average quarterback. I think Josh Allen has a live arm. Josh Allen had to learn because he had no one to coach him at Reed College and no one to really coach him up at Wyoming. The second he got in a system with some stability, with some playmakers around him, and coaches that, with all due respect to his past, really understood what they were, how to develop a QB. It was almost overnight, man. A change in mechanics, and he's the best in the league. But I don't know, man. Josh Allen on those Bills teams, maybe they win a Super Bowl. I don't know. I don't want to do that.
Do you know what Jim Kelly
down my door?
Do you know Jim Kelly, how he was recruited at Penn State?
I do not, but he's from up there.
Linebacker.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've met Jim Kelly. He's
that's
obviously older now.
Joe Paterno, the protector of predators, thought that he was a linebacker, not a quarterback. That's the kind of athlete he thought Jim Kelly was back in his day.
Yeah, a lot of quarterbacks are big, though, man. Like, the average size for this position is like 6'2", 230. That's and in high school, everybody can run. All these D1 quarterbacks look like linebackers. Josh Allen actually is bigger than these guys tackling him. Josh Allen's like 6'5", 260.
Oh no, he's a redwood tree. Yeah.
And I think he runs a legit 4.6.
No. As an athlete, I give it to you. Dynamics that you said, yeah. But as a pure passer, not even close.
Like Jim Kelly on this team. Jim Kelly on this Bills team probably gets no further than they do right now. Josh Allen on those Bills teams, when those offenses, when that K-gun, well, I guess it might be an A-gun. It wasn't even called the K-gun because of Jim Kelly, honestly.
No, different ball game then. They break Josh Allen in half in those games.
No.
No
way.
Oh, yeah. They play through the whistle in those days. No.
Big is always big.
You don't want to be a running quarterback in those days. You don't want to be a running quarterback in those days.
Like,
no. You don't want to do that.
260 in 2020 is still 260 in 1990.
Yeah,
like,
well,
I've seen Jim Kelly. I know Jim Kelly. I know he's I'm not disparaging Jim Kelly at all. I'm just saying, I think if you even ask Bills fans who have been around for both eras, I think Josh Allen is the better quarterback. Like, when it's all said and done, I think we're going to say Josh Allen's the better quarterback. But Jim Kelly is clearly more accomplished. He won 4 AFC championships. That's, I'm not taking anything away from him, but man, Josh Allen is different.
It's not only that, dude. He took UM to a Peach Bowl when UM was nothing. It was like the biggest thing in town. This is way before you were even a glimmer in anybody's eye back then, because I'm really old. But Jim Kelly is a guy that then goes to the USFL and then lit up the world on fire, and then goes to the Bills, and then you think about it, if he doesn't have the USFL and he goes to the NFL earlier, you wonder how much more his stats grow because of all of that, because he was a monster in the USFL also. So that's why I'm just telling you, this is a guy that was a leader, right from the get. In Wyoming, this kid couldn't hit the side of a barn, and meanwhile, here's Jim Kelly leading a University of Miami football program that was a nothing program at that time to a Peach Bowl, which was enormous in those days.
Hey, man, people develop at different speeds. There's somewhere out there Or let's look at Antonio Gates, Jimmy Graham, guys that didn't even play college football. You know, they weren't doing it forever. And they come in and dominate the NFL at their positions. They're two of the best tight ends of all time. You know, I can't look at, I'm sure Mike Gesicki started his tight end career before Antonio Gates did, but I'm not going to call Gesicki better than Gates. It doesn't matter when you start, it's how you finish. And I think right now Josh Allen is on pace to finish as a better quarterback than Jim Kelly. And personally, I would take him right now over Jim Kelly in his prime.
So you take Diggs over Reed?
Push.
Okay.
I think Diggs and Reed, that's the one. That's the push. That's all. I'm taking overall team because of Thurman and because of Bruce Smith. It's not just Bruce Smith. That team had some dudes on it. The team still had
Darryl Talley, bro.
Darryl Talley still had Cornelius Bennett. Like, still had the name is escaping me right now. I just wrote about him last year. Won Defensive Player of the Year with Bennett and Bruce Smith on roster next to him. Had something like 20 sacks that season. But like, they had some nasty dudes on that team.
Yeah, no, I know. We lived it. We lived it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm not telling y'all anything you don't
See,
know.
You and I agree. You and I agree that Thurman's better than theirs. We disagree. I got Kelly over Allen, and we definitely disagree. I got Reed over Diggs also, because Reed was super durable from day one, whereas I've watched Diggs have his injury issues too, from his Minnesota days to Buffalo, and so he's a hell of a route runner. Don't get me wrong, but Reed was a monster, bro. God, that guy still gives me nightmares. Him and Thurman Thomas, especially Thurman. There's nothing like Thurman.
God, debate though, man. Hopefully the Dolphins can get to a point where, you know, we start comparing them to some of these great teams of the past, man. Because I know people are on here probably like, all right, let's get to enough of the Bills, enough of these memories, enough of this PTSD. But those are two truly special teams, man. Those teams of the '90s and then the run that they're on right now.
No doubt. All right, so let's get into a little Dolphins. Josh Boyer. He kind of came out and dropped the hammer yesterday. So for all the stuff that was talked about with Alexander, he kind of squashed that and said, no. I made all the calls here. So your thoughts on squashing what was maybe a controversy? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I necessarily would expect him to come out and say, yeah, I wasn't calling plays during our best stretch of the season. But, I don't see Josh Boyer as I see him as a pretty straight shooter over the year that I've worked with him. I think that he did describe it as, and we hear this word a lot when it comes to play calling. He did describe it as a collaborative process. And so I have no doubt in my mind that Flores was, of course, involved in that collaboration. Gerald Alexander, I'm sure, was involved in that collaboration. But it felt like a lot of what changed. And, I asked him straight up, what was the difference then between what switch flipped between week 7 and weeks 8 and on? And he just says, it's better matchups, better execution, better game planning. But I think they just kind of got back to what they did last season with a lot of that zero blitz, not just like sending the house every time, but even showing zero blitz at times and confusing opposing offenses at the line of scrimmage and lining their DBs up on the line. Like, I don't know if that's something they were doing a whole lot of during the first half of the season. And I can remember a quote, I'm going to paraphrase it a bit, but Josh Boyer essentially said, like, you can't just roll the same game plan out week after week and expect teams not to adjust. So I think the Dolphins might have gotten their heads a little bit and expected the rest of the league to have made adjustments to what made them so successful in 2020, that they made their own premature adjustment instead of saying, prove to us that you can beat this. And I think what we saw over that second half of the season is to get them back to their bread and butter and saying, prove to us that you can beat that. And nobody did except the Titans.
So, and how do you look at that whole Gerald Alexander controversy with the wife tweeting out stuff and all that? So what was going on there?
Look, I think the easiest thing to do here, rather than bring people's families into it, even though she did voluntarily offer her perspective, The easiest thing to do here is wait it out. Just wait it out, man. In about, what is it? It's about to be March. In about 6 months, we're going to be able to tell whose defense that really was. In about 6-7 months, we're going to be able to see.
A little more than that, I think, right? Because it's
I said
only
about
March.
6.
6 months is
About
the season even
6.
start in 6 months?
We got the end of the preseason, so we'll start to see. We'll see sprinkles. We'll see sprinkles of it. 6-7 months.
I think eight months. Let's get into November, so we have like 2 months.
Semantics here.
Then we kind of get to see if he's really, the difference maker on all of that. Which in the end, his best friend will be the guys on the other side of the ball, because if they're able to run the ball and they're able to control possession and all those kind of things, they're going to put his defense in a much better position. Let's be honest.
That's the point. And then and that's where I'm looking forward to seeing the change with this team is the aggression on offense and the tone setting on offense. It felt like Miami tried to set the tone on defense last year, and then we're just reacting on the other side of the ball. They're just taking what the defense gives you. And, I say to hell with that. Go take what you want. Go get what you want. Go establish yourself. Like I hate seeing and I hate hearing that phrase, that we're just taking what the defense gives you. The defense ain't gonna give you anything. Like, defenses aren't giving you things. You have to go take it to an extent. So that's where I'm expecting to see a change in Miami's team in 2022. But yeah, on defense, the hope is to bring a lot more of the same energy that we saw in the second half of last season. I asked Josh yesterday, the slow starts to the year have kind of plagued this team over the past 2 seasons. How do you combat that? And he starts right off saying we need to be in excellent shape to begin the season. We need to make sure everybody is about on the same page as they could possibly be. They need to make sure that they are extraordinarily prepared. And, I don't know if those were suggestions that they weren't any of those things in previous years, but it does sound like they're at least aware that it's a problem moving forward, or that it's been a problem and are where they need to fix it moving forward.
Marcel, so how do they, let's phrase it here, how do they get the edge this offseason so they can get over the hump on offense?
I think it starts on that offensive line. And I'm going to say, I think I've said it before. I want to reiterate it again. We're not going to see, and I don't expect to see, wholesale change along the entire line. 4 of those 5 starters were taken with top 100 picks. But clearly there is some potential in there. Austin Jackson was much improved as a guard. Liam Eichenberg was just taken in the second round last year. He's not going anywhere unless he does something crazy off the field. Dieter was stable enough, and Rob Hunt was their best offensive lineman last year. So I would expect all 4 guys to return to last season's role in one capacity or another, and at least be given the opportunity to develop under a staff that has proven, has a proven track record of developing offensive linemen, Frank Smith and Matt Applebaum. It's that other tackle spot that I think they can go a number of directions in. Do you want to go, throw a bag at Trent Brown and believe and trust that this time when he leaves New England that he will actually be, engaged and committed to the team? Do you try to go after a guy like Teron Armstead, who had some injury concerns last year? Do you want to go after a Cam Robinson or even a Nate Solder even? Do you want to go after a Brandon Scherf and maybe either move Rob Hunt to tackle or Austin Jackson back to tackle? What do you want to do? There's a lot of directions that they can go in, but I do think that we see, I really think it's more likely we see 1 new starter next season than, let's say, 3.
All right, good stuff there. Remember, you can follow him on Twitter at Marcel_LJ. Right now, when you see all the Tua videos going on and working out, I just find it funny how everybody puts out workout videos. I see it all the time with all kinds of players. And somehow or another, this is the only guy that a workout video becomes a negative thing. I don't know if you see it on Twitter too, but it's kind of odd how this young man has a I don't know, it's like a negative train that follows him at times. Why?
It's kind of hard to explain. I think a lot of people get annoyed by hype, and a lot of people get frustrated by hype. And Tua had a ton of it coming into his NFL career.
Not
Obviously,
created by him
Like,
at all. He
it's
was
not,
not.
but
At no point was he Johnny Manziel, who
yeah,
created his own hype. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not blaming him at all. I'm not blaming him at all. I'm just that it is what it is. Tank for
while you're
it was
saying it, I just want to highlight it that what you're saying that like he didn't hype, the hype. Well, he didn't do it. Unlike Manziel, who in his workout for the NFL wore pads, cranked up some music, wore a helmet, all that. You know what I'm saying? It's like he did it on his own. You know what I mean? This kid has been quiet, unassuming into himself. It's everybody else that's either hyped or hated. One of the two.
like I said, it's not always fair. It doesn't always make sense, but I'm trying to make sense of it. And obviously his numbers, his productivity has not matched the other guys in that draft class. No, I mean specifically, obviously Herbert and Burrow. So I don't know. People just kind of love to pile on. People love something to hate, if that makes sense. Especially after Burrow comes out and someone's asking him like, how did you return from your ACL? How'd you put the work in? And he comes out and says, don't just do your workout. You don't have to put everything on Instagram. Don't post it on social. So but it is what it is, man. Like, let these guys build their brand. Who cares if it's on social media or not? I think it would maybe go a little further if he practices or shows some wet ball drills or shows himself practicing in some cold weather. Go up to go way north, go up in Canada. You know what I mean? Like go to Nova Scotia or something and start throwing footballs. That's what I want to see.
Why does he go practice on that iceberg that's about to slip off? That's bigger than the size of Florida into the ocean. That'll be good right there too.
Either way, that's something that he said that he needs to work on this season. He said that he's going to have to find cold weather situations to simulate things like the games like that Tennessee matchup in week 17. These 18 weeks are still screwing with me, man. 2 months later, but I think those are really the videos that maybe people will want to see. But even then, like, there's no amount of workout video that's gonna have people unanimously praising you. You know what I mean? Like, not when you turn in a season like you turned in last year, which was, efficient, albeit unspectacular. You know what I mean? Like, it's especially when that's what's fresh in people's minds. The only thing that's going to start turning the narrative is playing better on the field. It's playing better in the real game. Nobody cares what you're doing in a workout video. I'm not hating. I'm not saying like don't post them, like we don't want to see it. But that's just the facts. It's like nobody is really. There's no amount of working out. Like, what do you want him to do? Like, if somebody shows him throwing the ball 75 yards, there's always going to be people in there that say, do it with the live pass rush. Okay, now let's see you actually hit a target from that distance. They're always going to want something more. The only thing that's going to shut people up is balling out on Sunday.
Oh, no, there's no doubt about it. But just to me, I don't see the reaction from other workout videos like he gets. That's the only thing. It's different because workout videos are posted all the time with all kinds of players doing all kinds of either workouts or trick shots or funky moves or hopping, like those dudes that hop like 6 feet on top of boxes, which, like, dude, are you half kangaroo or what? Like, those people are spread like the dude that, like, they jump out of pools and stuff. I mean, they're always posting all kinds of videos. It's just, I never see, out of all those kind of videos, I never see the negative reaction that this kid gets. And it's very Tebow-like. It's interesting how it's very polarizing. Like, we've had all kinds of polarizations, whether it's Cap, whether it's Tebow, whether it's now Tua. Different people are different types of polarizing, you know what I mean? And he is one of those. And it could be a good thing or a bad thing or a twisted thing like Antonio Brown can be at times, but it's just one of those things, man. He is one of those polarizing figures in sports. It's crazy.
Yeah. Again, it's nothing that he brings on himself off the field, at least. Like, he's pretty unassuming off the field. It's just that on-field product. That's what's making him polarizing. Like, we got to call it what it is. Like, this is, as you know, a good friend of mine said, you know, he's shown flashes of competence, not necessarily flashes of brilliance throughout his career. And, you know, that's why, you know, speaking of, we were obviously talking about Josh Allen earlier, and people keep asking me, what was the difference? Like, what was the difference between second year Josh and second year Tua? Josh had flashes of brilliance in that second year. It was not very good from a statistical standpoint, but as somebody who watched the Bills play 17 games that season and watched Josh Allen play 17 games, there were moments throughout that season where you said, oh, like, oh, damn. Okay, no,
Right.
this guy can play. This guy can play. If he puts his fourth quarters, he was clutch. If he puts that together over the course of 4 quarters, over the course of an entire game, then I thought he was going to be special. And that's what we saw in doing 2020. With Tua, we haven't seen that same number of bang plays. Like, he gets the occasional tight window throw, and sometimes you see it and you're like, wow, that was great placement. But there's just that it factor, I think, is what we're still waiting to see from him. And maybe we do this year, now that he's in supposedly a fully supportive environment and he's got a team that is 100% committing to him, not waffling on whether or not who closes the game, Tua or Fitz, and not telling him, you know, hey, we're thinking about trading for Deshaun Watson, but go ahead and play free anyways. You know what I mean? Like, it's a situation where it's finally like, we want you. You are the guy this year. Go lead us and go do something. Go lead us to something. Go figure it. Go. We're going to go as far as you take us. And maybe that's when we see the light bulb turn on for Tua. But, you know, so far.
So let me ask you this.
Why people are hating on him. It's because he's been just okay in the NFL. He's been okay.
Okay, so let me ask you this. We'll wrap it up with this. Marcel Louis Jacques joining us here on our Edge Energy Drink, Miami Dolphins Insider Report. If McDaniel and company are able to figure things out and produce a running game and an offensive line, do you see Tua being a franchise quarterback? Being a guy that you can win games, go deep in the playoffs, and do your thing. As long as the team is doing their job, he can do his job.
Yeah.
Do you see it that way, or do you think that even if they get things right, he's still going to be a big question mark in your eyes?
No, I think he's got, he's got potential to be, we can call it like a top 12 quarterback in the league, give or take. I don't know if he's, you see what the top 5 looks like. I don't know if that's necessarily his ceiling or not. I can say that from my perspective, that's not the ceiling that I've seen over the past 2 years. But he's efficient enough, and he's smart enough, and he's athletic enough that he can be a top 12 quarterback. You know, he's not like one of those guys that, at his best, he's not one of those guys that you're thinking about, okay, is this year they replace him up? This is their weekly. No, I think you get that run game. You fix that O-line, you get him some playmakers as well, and we're seeing a completely different quarterback, completely different offense. And, I like what McDaniel said in his introductory press conference, that, he basically, to paraphrase it, said Tua is just a member of this team. Like, there are very few quarterbacks in the league that are winning games all by themselves. And when I say very few, I mean like 3, maybe 4 that can go win games by themselves. And so, like, the fact that Tua is not one of those guys is not something to be offended by. It's not something to be startled or worried about. It's just,
hey, listen, like I just told Poupart a little bit ago, there's no Super Bowl winners that was carried by a quarterback with a shitty team. Doesn't happen.
So
doesn't happen.
No, that's a big reason why McDaniel was hired, to fix that offense and manufacture some production where maybe the talent isn't quite there yet. And I think that's what we're going to see. We're going to see a lot more of those manufactured plays this year as they start to accumulate talent and, work their system in and guys get used to and acclimated to it. We might see a few more gimmicky plays. We might see a few more short passes and catch and run and blah, blah, blah. And then as Tua gets comfortable in the offense, then I think they'll start to let it rip a little bit. But we'll see. Again, it is the end of February right now. We haven't even been to OTAs yet. That's when really we'll get a better idea of where Tua is at this stage of his career.
Follow him on Twitter at Marcel_LJ. And of course, you can catch him here twice a week with our Edge Energy Drink Miami Dolphins Insider Report. Continue to enjoy the West Coast, young man. We will catch you next week, my friend.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm back home now. I'm back home.
Oh, you are? You're already back? Okay.
Enjoying that good,
Okay.
That 77
I didn't even realize it. So that's here, not out there. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't even sure.
We're facing due west of Miami. Got the Marlins Stadium right over my right shoulder.
Oh, I see it. Okay, now I picked up on it.
A little while away. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm back, man. I'm very happy to not feel cold anymore. Like I said, I hated that. Waking up and it's 40 degrees. Nah, man. I'm trying to wake up and it's 74. I'm going to wake up and be comfortable no matter what.
You're just lucky there wasn't any forest fires there. That's all. You're just lucky because half of California is burned down already. So
it's not that time of year yet.
Yeah, man, it's bad. All right. I appreciate you as always. Have a great weekend. We'll catch you next week, my friend.
Absolutely. See you Monday, y'all.
You got it, baby. Be good. Marcel Louis Jacques. And by the way, Edge Energy Drink, the best energy drink out there. Delicious, smooth, delicious, smooth, delicious, smooth, zero aftertaste. We do have the link below. Oh, let me grab some. Grab some of that Edge Energy Drink. Right there. Grab it. There you go. Grab it. Let's go. And the Edge Energy Drink too. We got the link below. Get it delivered to your home. And once you taste it, you're going to go, holy crap. Oh, it's right. It is delicious. It's smooth. Zero aftertaste. And by the way, it tastes great with vodka and rum. So many other things. Oh, man. You don't even taste the vodka when you mix it. It's so good. Really is so smooth. Edge Energy Drink, baby. MyEdgeDrink.com is the website. MyEdgeDrink.com. That is the website. You know you're desperate when you're defending Blaine Gabbert. Did you see this about Bruce Arians? Sean? So Bruce Arians is now, he lost Tom Brady. So now he's kind of talking up Blaine Gabbert because they've got Blaine Gabbert. So the 32-year-old could be Tampa's QB. And he goes, people may not like the overall record, but, Blaine had 8 coaches and 8 coordinators his first 8 years, Arians said to the Tampa Bay Times. He beat Jacksonville their best year and beat Tennessee their big year for us in Arizona. And he's been in the system now. I don't have a problem there. And let Kyle continue to grow. Either one. Gabbert has never played with a team this good. He's got all the respect in the locker room that can have. You know what that is? That's a coach that lost his stud. And everybody's saying Blaine Gabbert sucks. And we all know that Blaine Gabbert is not the answer and not going to carry you. But I've got to build him up. I've got to talk him up because that's all I have right now. And the last thing that Bruce Arians is going to tell you is the truth about how he feels about Blaine Gabbert, man. So I just saw that and it was just like typical coach talk about, you're cornered now in a position where players are going to be leaving left and right now that Tom Brady's gone. Blaine Gabbert's going to take over. And come on, dude. Expectations are done.
Well, I was going to say, didn't you said he's got a team around him. That team's going to be
gone. Exodus.
Ow.
Yes. Mass exodus in Tampa this year. Why would people come back to Tampa? Doesn't make any sense.
He's not be going throwing to Gronk and Leonard Fournette behind there running.
Actually, Godwin may be gone.
That's what I was about to say. Godwin's probably out. I mean, you
only have Evans left. I mean, Evans is awesome, but
if he's the only person left,
right?
You can game plan that.
Yeah. Big O, did you discuss Bevel's comments about not being able to judge Tua's arm strength and tape? We did with what's it called, with Poupart. Yes. I like that he was honest about that and how to figure, because what he was telling you is, all right, we got to play him, we got to figure him out, and then we'll design everything around him. You guys are too hung up with this arm strength stuff like he can't play. That's the difference between me and you. I don't worry about the arm strength at all. I've seen his arm. His arm is fine. You can play in this league when you're that smart and you can move around and you can ad lib and you have accuracy and you have anticipation and you have ball placement skills. I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about the coaching and the blocking and the running. You get all of that, and then I think the kid can really succeed for you. So that's why I don't get that hung up so much with arm strength. I've watched Joe Montana and Bob Greasy, and I've watched Drew Brees over the years. These are guys, none of them have guns, and they were all successful. So you can succeed in this league. You have to have enough arm strength, and he has more than enough arm strength. But you have to have the intelligence, the creativity, all of that kind of stuff. And I think he has all of that. But it is funny to see Bruce Arians trying to defend Blaine Gabbert. That is incredibly funny. All right, we are out of here. We thank the Brunetti family as always. Frank Fiore, Steve Calabro. We didn't run into Steve today, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll catch up with him next week. Sean Stanley, as always, mastering this program. We thank everybody, of course, for tuning in, downloading the show whenever you're listening, sending us a super chat or on Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. However it is, we thank all our amazing sponsors. Here are some of them. We have a few more and more coming, and we're blessed, and we thank you for that because we got other things that we're going to add, elements that we're going to add, new shows that we're going to add, new insiders that we're going to add. Yeah, we're going to add more insiders. We're not done, bro. I told you this show will be going to 4 hours daily. Very soon. Very soon. And Sean cringes. Anyway, we will see you tomorrow live from Acura of Pembroke Pines, baby. Come on out and join us, 15601 Pines Boulevard, just off of I-75 in Pines. Thanks to all of you watching. Please smash the like button. Smash it when you're listening to the podcast. We'll see you tomorrow. Y'all be good.
Oh, great. You got a doorbell camera. Now you got a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
No.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Get out of my house!
Ooh, mom's jewelry. There goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, a free doorbell camera.
Free?
One that'll actually work for you. It's not total security unless it's the Sloman Shield. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.